guys, good evening. Welcome back. Thank you very much, everyone, for stopping by today. How's everyone doing? I hope you are well. Hey, 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 beautiful people. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to our show. How are we doing? I hope we are well. Trowe saluto with the fam. Can you guys hear me? If you're in the comment section and you can hear me, say hello. Say hello. Chidima, I see you, Lady T. Welcome. Jux Babe, Sammy, good evening. Welcome, 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 everybody. Just going to jump into it because I got quite a lot to cover and I'm very, very mindful of time tonight. So I always salute. I salute everybody coming into the studio. So this is an update on the show we did a few days ago regarding this couple. Their names are Hassan and Sarah Adeyemo, Nigerian couple who live in the US. I shared the story here with you guys a few days ago where we talked about how we didn't have much information, but we're talking generally about, marriage and issues that can, potentially come up when people jackpot from Nigeria to the abroad, especially at a certain age. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about that again tonight because I think since that day that we shared that story, a lot more has been circulating on social media. I'm just going to give a disclaimer that the validity of these stories, I cannot authenticate it or I cannot say for sure where they are coming from. And so I'm going to just take them with a pinch of salt, okay? Because ever so often we see stories flying, especially on WhatsApp. You never know the author of these write-ups. And it's just going round and round and round. I'm not going to believe anything that I don't know where it originated from. Okay? If you are so sure that you know about this situation and you are speaking the facts about it, then put your name on it. Okay? But what we see is a lot of times stories just fly up and down. In some cases, we will find out that some of those stories are complete BS. There's no element of truth in them, or some of them is half truths. So I'm just going to put that out there because I'm going to read the first. I'm going to read the first epistle or article that we've been seeing. I'm sure a couple of you have seen it. Most of you would have seen it. It's been flying around on social media, Instagram, is on the blogs, is on whatever, Facebook and all that. Mostly on WhatsApp. All right. So I read it. Please give us a thumbs up as you are coming in. And what I want to talk about tonight is the issue of jackpot. When couples jackpot one after the other. Because in this story, we know that it was Sarah that jackpot first, followed by her 3 or 4 children, and then the husband came. So we know that Sarah jackpot in 2014, and then Hassan followed her. He was in Nigeria, but followed her in 2017. Okay, so there are some things that we already know, but there's a lot that is being said. Unfortunately, Sarah is not here to defend herself. So some of the stories are completely one-sided, and you will see. If you haven't heard them before, you will see what I mean. They are completely one-sided. I think people are trying to justify. I mean, let me just say this categorically. There is no justification for buying somebody. Let's just accept that. Whether you are male, female, hermaphrodite, it doesn't matter. There is no justification. Zero justification for unlifing another human being. There is no level of provocation, no level of disrespect, no level of insult, no level of anything that should warrant you, unlifing another person. It's just not acceptable. Unfortunately, what we see is that people will make excuses. All right? They will make excuses and say that there's a reason. The person that did it was pushed to it. They push them to it. See, what we need to know, and that's why we speak about this thing, not because we just want to talk. When you're unlifing another person, you're also unlifing yourself, especially in the diaspora. It's only in places like Nigeria or Africa where there is zero accountability for actions that people take like that, right? But in the diaspora, when you decide that, okay, this person has been very rude, disrespectful, and they didn't treat me well, and my solution is to unlife them, bear it in your mind as that devil is pushing you that you are going to unlife yourself as well. Because in the diaspora, you cannot unlife someone and get away with it. Okay? So I think that whatever was the situation, I mean, we are not there. You guys are not there. Natu, thank you, darling. I'm looking at your WhatsApp now. I wish you sent it 5 minutes earlier. I might not have time to be able to look at it completely now, so you can come and tell me, because I'm talking and I cannot be reading it at the same time, right? But I think I get the gist of it. I already pinned your contribution in a Man of Prestige. Is one of the things I want to play because I know Sarah is from Plateau State, right? Okay, so thank you very much, my darling. Guys, please like the video as you're coming. Give us a thumbs up and please share in. Yeah? Okay, you call in, yeah? Right. Okay, so there's no need for me to play what you already recorded. I was going to play what you recorded because I wasn't sure if you can make it tonight. So I bookmarked what you said to Man of Prestige and I was going to play it. So let me share the link. So let me start from all the narratives we'll be hearing about this situation since the matter happened. This write-up started floating on social media, and I read it verbatim. It says in 1998, a 21-year-old Nigerian soldier named Hassan Adeyemo from Ibadan met and fell in love with an 18-year-old Hausa girl from Bauchi State by name Sarah. Okay, her name is Sarah, but she's not from Bauchi State. So that's why I tell you that these stories, there's a lot of discrepancies in it. I'm not taking it verbatim what they've written because you can't. Ola calls it capping. Me, I just call it BS. It's BS. She's from Plateau State. All right, we know that now. Okay, and they said they got married in 1999. God bless them with a beautiful daughter in 2000. So we're in 2023. So that child is or that young woman is 23 years old now. Later, they had 2 daughters and a boy, 4 children in total. Hassan told his wife not to take paid employment. He was a good provider. Okay. In 2014, Hassan decided to send his family to the United States of America. Hassan arranged a rented house and a car for them in the US. Sarah was still not working. He was, however, sending money to them for upkeep from Nigeria every month. I also clock another BS here. If the person that is writing it is saying that Sarah is not working with 4 children in America, they are eating, they are paying rent. Please, was Hassan a brigadier general in the Nigerian army that he could afford to be sending money for their upkeep in the US? Please, this is not about gender. Let's just use our reasoning. God has given us the faculty of thinking. We have 6 senses. I implore you, Obodufam, tonight, because I know we are people who have reasoning. Let us think and look at this matter from a very critical and unbiased standpoint. Okay? You say this man is a soldier. He was in the Nigerian military before he relocated. He relocated his four children and wife to America, got them a house and a car, and he was funding their lifestyle from Nigeria. The average soldier man that you know in Nigeria, with the level of pay that they get, can they afford to fund somebody who lives in America and needs dollars to pay rent, to pay utility, to pay, children's school dinner, to buy school uniform or whatever, the clothes that they wear to school, books and everything? How easy is that to do? Think in between the lines, though. That's why I said there's a lot of discrepancies in the story. Okay, so the story said that he was funding their lifestyle in America. So in 2017, Hassan decided to relocate to America to stay with his family. Before then, Sarah had started braiding hair to keep herself busy with the kids. When the kids are in school, everyone loved her work. Gradually, she became a household name in Orlando for her braiding in Florida, and the clientele base increased. She began to make good money. Things were going well, and Hassan, who was rich in Nigeria, again, that rich, I clock it and I put it in quotes. What does rich means? Rich is relative, right? I'm not saying he wasn't rich, oh. I'm just saying, what do they mean by rich in Nigeria? When you say somebody is a big man in Nigeria, what do you mean? Like Ola would say, tell me more. Is it because he has a good job, or is earning good money, or is in a political position, or he has access to? What do you mean that he's a big man? Okay. So this big man now left everything and went to America to start all over again from the bottom with mania jobs. Okay, he had no papers, so he was doing jobs that paid small just to be with his family. Again, I'm clocking this as cap. Do you know why? By the time Hassan was coming to America, I suspect that Sarah would have had her green card, and that's why she was able to now bring him in. Okay, I don't know how they went to America in the first instance, but if the husband is coming for the whole family to now be together, it means that she already got her green card. So he will not be coming as an illegal immigrant. He will be coming because his wife has filed for him. So if your wife files for you, already you are coming legally. That doesn't make you an illegal immigrant that you have to come and start looking for papers from scratch. If your husband files for you and you come to the abroad, you come with the right to work. You come with the right to stay in the country legally. All right? Not in America alone. Here in the UK as well, everywhere in the abroad. Okay? So you already have the right to work. All you need to do is just wait for your papers to come and then you can work. You're not coming illegally. So I don't know what they are saying, that he was doing mania job because he didn't have papers. All right. Let's continue. Imani said, I could say majority of the write-up is true. Okay. If you know why I don't know, Imani, please come and tell us. All right. Just come into the studio. My link is already in the comment section. Maybe somebody, Natu knows what I don't know, and that's why she's here. Okay. This is not about taking sides, like I said. It's not about men against women. Please, if you are looking at it from that standpoint, you've already missed the whole point. This is about what can we learn from this unfortunate incident. It's a very tragic situation. What can those of us who are left behind, what can we learn to avert this kind of situation happening? If you are coming into this conversation with, oh, it's me against them, then you've already lost the whole point. All right. Zambi said, I believe in the right of. Okay, everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe. I'm not saying you shouldn't believe it. I will challenge what I want to challenge there, because I don't know the author of it and it smells of a lot of BS to me. Okay, let's continue. You can't just write something from nowhere. No author. Because we've seen it before. Very recently, we saw the story of Hekini. Is it Hekini they call him? That guy, the footballer. Did you guys know the whole of that? We had the thing was big on Nigeria social media, only to find out that everything that was written in that same WhatsApp message about his wife not getting anything because he put all his assets in his mother's name, it was lies. Lies. So we need to be very, very careful what we believe these days. If it's not coming from the horse's mouth, the family are not speaking, and it's a random person that is just writing things, then I will look at it with my corner eye. Okay. So let me continue. Things were going well, and Hassan, who is rich in Nigeria, left everything and went to America to start all over again from the bottom with many jobs. He had no papers, so he was doing many jobs that paid small just to be with his family. Okay? Sarah got pregnant and had a baby boy in 2018, bringing the number of children to a total of 5. Okay? As at the time, she was making $1,000 a day with the help of her daughters, who she had trained to be doing hair braiding. Again, somebody is here who will debunk that story. Actually, what we are hearing, not to correct me if I'm wrong, did you not say that she was actually making more than that? She was making up.
4,000. She makes
Okay,
about 4,000 a day.
she was making about 4,000 a day with the help of
Because
her
her three
daughter.
daughters, yeah, her three daughters work with her and other people too.
Other people, she employed
Mhm.
people. So she was making about 4 grand daily. Okay. And she had another baby in 2018. I have a picture of when Hassan got to the US. I have a picture there. It seemed like a very happy reunion from what I can tell from the video, from these pictures. You can see that's Hassan there and Sarah. He was feeding her. Remember what I said in my first video? I said these guys were in love. It was a happy marriage. It's life that happens to them. Can you see that? He was feeding her. So for them to have another baby again, when even though they already got 4 children, when Hassan came in when he came to the US in 2017, they had another baby in 2018. That means things were okay with them. That means they were fine. They were fine because you don't have a baby for somebody when you don't have babies when you're having basbos. Yes, Bisola, you're right. Nigerians will believe anything. People will believe anything these days. Yes, anything from random WhatsApp messages. And that is why you see, these days, you can easily manipulate people with information. Okay? Facebook is the headquarters. And it's not only Nigerians, even Americans. Remember how Facebook was sued for the election? All the propaganda and everything. This is what social media does. Some people just take everything they see at face value. But if you're a critical thinker, you need to read in between. Question things. Don't be so quick to accept things that you see, especially when there's no author, when there's nobody putting their name on their faces to it. Please, it's not about this situation alone. Learn to question things. People who are critical thinkers don't accept things on face values like that. Just learn to question things. Look in between and ask questions. If you are just accepting anything that is presented to you, it means that you are not a critical thinker. You don't think deeper. So they can sell you anything. Okay, let me continue. Okay. Sarah got pregnant and had a baby boy in 2018, bringing the number of children to 5. As at that time, she was making 1,000 a day. Nato said it's 4,000 about that. With the help of the children, she trained to do hair braiding. And they became fast and efficient in braiding. With this income, she was able to support the family with all their expenses, right? As earlier stated, Hassan's income was meager, okay? Hassan later got his papers and started driving Uber and doing delivery jobs in the US. He worked for days and nights and began contributing his quota to the family, but not as much as his wife. Okay, that's possible. Okay, that's very, very possible because she's already established. She came to the US in 2014, so she's already established. She's got a business. So, of course, she will be more financially buoyant than her husband, who is just coming 3 years later. That's a no-brainer. So they said, according to this faceless author, that the problem started because Sarah began to nag Hassan about money. She became the children's favorite because she gave them everything they asked. As their dad could not meet up. I'm wondering, meet up for what? If she's making all this plenty money, $4,000 is a lot of money, even though her children are earning some of it. Why would it be a problem? I don't know. Should finance still be a problem in a marriage like this? Maybe. It's possible. Sarah began to return home late. She became the boss. Okay. So if you saw the video that I posted today, I said, I don't know if we can win as African women. As Nigerian women, if a man earns good money, he's taking care of his family, he's considered a good man, a responsible man. Okay? But if a woman earns more, in most cases, she's considered masculine. She's becoming a boss. She's unruly. She's disrespecting her husband. So at the end of the day, I think it boils down to individuals. Are there women who disrespect their husbands because they earn more? Absolutely. Are there women who respect their husband even though they earn more? Absolutely. There are plenty out there. So it boils down to individuals, individual level. All right. So this person said she began to call Hassan lazy, and while Hassan appealed to her for peace to reign. Sarah and the children formed their alliance in the house and abandoned their dad to always sort himself out. Sarah stopped cooking for him. Okay, when I read that, I'm like, okay, if she has this thriving, very thriving business according to the author, what the author is narrating, then it follows that she will be very, very busy. Okay, if she's booked back to back to back to back, it's possible she's very, very busy. Right. And that's why personally I advise women who are very busy, if you are married, you got a family, and you cannot cook, please outsource cooking. Anywhere you live in the diaspora, there are people, their only job is to cook. They cook. They will pack it into containers that you put. I do it. I am not ashamed to say it because I cannot come and buy myself. I know how busy I am. Not that I don't cook, but I can't cook all the time. So please get someone to do your cooking for you. Pay them. Use that money to get yourself some relief from, because our food takes time to cook. Okay? All right. She stopped cooking for him. Hassan became sad and was always begging his friends and family members to appeal to his wife. Hassan was always crying like a baby, saying Sarah made him feel less of a man in his house. His friends encouraged him to persevere and ignore whatever she did. In 2022 January, Sarah announced to Hassan that she's bought a house. They all moved into the new house, though she continued to mistreat him. It is alleged that she disrespected him so much that he was always saying, she was always saying, leave my house if you cannot obey me, you irresponsible man. This person can write Nollywood movie, I swear. How can you say something is allegedly and you are quoting them? Honestly, I'm not, no, I'm not even here. You know, the only painful part about this whole situation is that Sarah is not here to defend herself. You are not in their household. You are narrating this story and you are quoting what she verbatim told him. Say, leave my house. Leave my house. You lazy man. You irresponsible man. Were you there? Eh? Yvonne said that's another lie. She never stopped cooking. Natutu will tell us. Yvonne, I thought I saw you in the studio a minute ago. Please come back. Yeah. Natu knows somebody who knows this family, so she'll talk in a minute. She locked him out in the cold a lot of times and threw his things out. The children were on their mother's side. Hassan became depressed and started having self-buying ideation. He told his friends how unfair his life is and that he would unalive himself. I believe this part of the story because let me show you something that I saw in, again, one of these WhatsApp groups, right? Where somebody was saying that his name is Teddy, right? His English name is Teddy. So there was this chat is from one of this WhatsApp group, the US, not our group. Somebody who was in another group, another WhatsApp group. You know this WhatsApp group, the things that happen in WhatsApp group. If you know, you go fear. WhatsApp group. The day where this word go end, now WhatsApp group now you go for starts. I dey tell you. WhatsApp group. Make una fear WhatsApp group. Hmm. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. So another WhatsApp group again, another WhatsApp group. They said that in this conversation that Teddy himself, he's been admitted to a psych ward 2 times this last year. Okay? He was admitted 2 times in a psych ward. For somebody to be admitted, it means that they were having a mental breakdown. All right? So he was definitely having some mental issues. And I can speculate because I cannot be certain about it, but I can speculate perhaps where this is coming from. Remember, they said that he was in the army in Nigeria, although that's not authentic. I don't know, because some people said it's not true. Abi, Natu, I heard you saying that that story is not 100% true.
They
Whether
said he's not been able to verify it. The person that asked him, he asked him
okay,
because that person has like big military people in their family. So he
uh-huh.
asked him a couple of questions and he couldn't like prove it. But
So
I asked my brothers too.
yeah, the person writing this said he was in the military. I will read another of this write-up that people are having about this man, saying that he left Nigeria AWOL. Do you understand? He left without permission. He left the army without permission in another conversation, which is allegedly again. So, coming to the US to join his family in 2017, if it is indeed true, he was in the army and he was not discharged properly. Okay? And he came to join his wife in America. This very successful woman, now everybody has moved on without him. 3 years later, they are living their best life, making money. And he doesn't see his place in this family anymore. Or he struggled. He struggled in America. Then I can definitely see where a breakdown in mental health will come in. It can be really, really hard for people of a certain age to reintegrate in another society. Personally, I would say to people who are in their 40s, if you want to jackpot, please jackpot in your 20s and in your 30s. Do you know why? Because people in their 20s and in their 30s they are more flexible to changes. I came here in my early 30s and it was not easy for me. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't. I kept thinking I wanted to go back because when I saw the society, I was like, where am I going to start from? I already have a job in Nigeria, even though the pay is not great, but I'm on my way to greatness. Why should I be here? And I had to make the decision to go back to school, even though my children were young. It's not everybody that can do that, especially brothers. If you are in your 40s and in your 50s, going back to school, trying to learn new skills can be challenging. So I think we need to have a conversation about, are you sure you want to jackpot at a certain age? I'm just saying this to say that if indeed he was having a mental breakdown or having mental issues because he couldn't find his place in America, living in Nigeria, now having to drive Uber or do some jobs that he shouldn't, he feels that they are beneath him. It does have an impact on your mental health, especially for an African man. A Nigerian man has an ego that is really, really big. That's the truth. Okay, let me continue. Let me continue with, let me finish reading this. Then I'll quickly read the other one because it seems like this one was on Hassan's side and the other one was on Sarah's side. Both of them, there's no, you can't take it 100%. There are some innuendos in between. That's the truth. Okay? We can just say, okay, there is her side, his side, the children's side, and somewhere in between is the truth. Okay, let me continue. They said that Sarah locked him out in the cold a lot of time, threw his things out. The children were in their mother's side. Hassan became depressed and started having, he was thinking of buying himself. He told his friends how life has been unfair and all that. they told him to leave the marriage. He advised that he told his friends that where will I start from? I love my wife, a woman I have invested all my life in, the only woman I've ever loved. What did I do to deserve this from her? In April 2023, Sarah told him that she had bought another house and that this particular new house is specifically for her and her customers. She told Hassan to hold onto the boys while the girls followed her to the new house. Hassan asked her, "Why do you want to separate the family?" She said, if everyone followed her to the new house, it would disturb her customers. She then told her husband that he could bring the boys over for weekends, but he was not allowed to come with them because I need my privacy. People tried to talk to Sarah, but she didn't listen. I'm laughing because me, I've not seen any woman that will separate her children and say, "You keep this, me, I will keep this." Maybe they do it. I don't know. And from what Natu is going to tell us later on, this house that the family were never separated. Natu, are you there? The family were never separated. This
Yes, ma'am, here. No, they were
was the
never.
family. Were they ever separated according to your
No,
source?
ma.
Uh-huh.
No, ma.
They
That
were
house is
never
for
separated.
Airbnb, so it's
It,
not, nobody moved to that house.
she bought another house. It was for business. It was for Airbnb. She never left her house and say, "Oh, you keep the boys. I will take the girls. I don't want to see you at weekend. I will see you at." Why are people like this now? Why are people like this? Somebody has lost their life, and you still want to make them the villain. You still want to put. It's almost as if you are trying to justify why they buy her. Why would somebody sit down and cook up all these lies? Why? What is your profit? Because people are so bent on this narrative that obodoyibo women, once you bring them abroad, this is what they do. So they will do anything to justify this narrative. Why? Somebody is already, I mean, it's bad enough. She's got family. People are not even thinking about her children. I'm sure she's got parents, relative back in Nigeria. You sit down and you are making up stories why I say she deserved what happened to her. Because to be honest, that's what I got from this whole nonsense write-up. It's like almost saying, "Oh, she deserved it because she's making money now, so she was misbehaving, so she deserved it." Oh my God. So Hassan had no choice but to agree, hoping that his wife will someday change her mind. Okay, let me just finish this because it's beginning to annoy me now. She instructed Hassan to move all his remaining items and those of the children from the old house where Hassan was staying to the new one where she now lived. You see the language? Instruction. Which Nigerian woman can instruct her husband? Not to. Nigerian women, Nigerian men that we
Me
know
on
that we are
more,
married
yeah,
to.
me.
Can you instruct your husband?
Athlete, I don't get that liver.
No matter how raggedy poor he is, you cannot instruct the average
Yeah, I
Nigerian man.
can.
Could possible. They work. Instruct waiting. Now wow. So he did. He followed her instruction. They now made it sound as if Hassan is just this dundee that Sarah was just giving instructions to. And he was just agreeing, agreeing, agreeing. So you can see that there's a narrative here. This person that wrote this is on a mission. So Sarah did not let him into the house. She took all the belongings they had bought and the boys and left Hassan outside. Hassan remained at the door for almost an hour knocking, and Sarah refused to answer the door. On the 26th of August, it was Hassan's 46th birthday. Early that morning, Sarah sent him a message, "Happy birthday, friend. We are better off as friends than lovers. You need to look for where you will be staying because I have to get rid of the old house. I wish you well in life. I have moved on." So Sarah broke up with him by text message. That's what the article is saying. Mm. A few hours later, the children called their dad to get them some groceries, and told them that he told them he will bring them in the evening. At 6 p.m., he called the kids that he was on his way to the house with the groceries. When he got there, he knocked and the children opened the door for him. Hassan then asked them of their mom. They said he was upstairs in the shower. He entered the house, went straight to the bathroom, brought out his iron and unlived her on the head, in the chest, and in the leg, point blank. Hassan then called 911 and said, "Hello, I have spied the woman. This is the address. I'm waiting for you." He sat down on the floor beside Sarah's body when the cops came. So the first responders came, brought Sarah to the hospital. She was still breathing, but she died a few hours later after she got to the hospital. And Hassan is currently at the Orange County Jail in Florida awaiting trial. Fully edited by Rita Egu. Our agenda. Who
She
is
won't put
Rita?
her name.
Who
Wow.
is Rita Egu? Who is Rita Egu? I don't know who is Rita Egu, but why am I surprised that it's a woman that is editing it? Why am I surprised? It always has to be a woman. A woman is the one that will justify why another woman is by. Okay, let me read this quickly. So this seems like it's from her side, his side of the story by Rita. Thank you, Rita. I pray what happened to Sarah will happen to you too. So other people will come forward and write the epistle. If you're a real person, what happened to Sarah exactly will happen to you. If it doesn't happen to you, it will happen to your children or your generation, so that somebody will sit down and write an epistle about you. Since you people decided that you are so full of evil and malice that you cannot have empathy at this very critical time when a family has been thrown into, mourning, they've been thrown into 5 children are involved. You decide to sit down and write something like this. See, some people, when things are happening to them, they don't know what they've done. If that's a real name, if that's a real person, they don't know what they've done, because whatever you sow, that's what you're going to reap. You will reap what you sow. So this is another one that is flying around. I'll read it to you quickly. And this one is Chalayen from Sarah's point of view. Please give us a thumbs up. We are discussing the issues around what people were saying after Hassan, an Ibadan man who married a Plateau girl called Sarah, decided that, you know what, I can't take it anymore. Marriage is not working. She was planning to leave me. What I can do is to buy her. That's what we are discussing. There is zero justification for buying somebody. Let us just be clear about it. If you ever say but, whatever you say does not matter. Once you say but, you are negating whatever you said. Let's just be clear on it. You do not unlife another person for no reason, because you cannot give life. If you cannot give life, you have no right to take it. So this person who wrote this one, I don't know again, another faceless writer said, Sarah married Hassan, who used to beat her. Even before they moved abroad, he would beat her blue-black and begged her. He will ask his friends and family to help her to beg her, and she will forgive him and move back. Okay, so you can tell it's somebody that is sympathetic to Sarah that is writing this now. Like I said, there is 3 sides to story: her side, his side, and the truth. Sarah moved to the US in 2013. You see now, there's disparity already. The one I read to you, they say he moved to the US in 2014. Which one are we going to believe now? Which one? Hoping that distance will help them to minimize the DV she was going through in his hands. So Hassan used to visit them once a year. In 2018, Hassan absconded from the army. He absconded from the military. It was AWOL to go and stay with them, and the domestic incidents continued. Sarah did not want the Nigerian community in Florida to see her as a bad wife, so she continued to manage the DV. Excuse me. Being unleashed on her by Hassan by not calling the cops on him. I believe that aspect of the story 100%. The average Nigerian woman, before they will call the police, they for don't collect before they will come say, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to use the power that I have here. Okay? Mhm. America, obodoyibo, everywhere in America, it dey happen. Yes, it dey happen. It happens quite frequently. So, her only succor were her children and her business, which was thriving in Florida. She never sent him out of the house. She never sent her son out of the house. In March or April, she bought a second home, which she wants to use for a short let apartment to generate more money for the family. Okay, I think this is nearer to the truth, Natu, from your investigation. So you can tell that this lady was a very, very driven, ambitious woman. With all the money she was making, she was investing. Sarah is a peace-loving and generous soul. The story flying around is not the true picture of what happened. They made it up thinking it would lessen Hassan's punishment. But I know that everyone behind that story won't succeed. So, the story, according to this person, is that she was in a DV marriage for a long time from Nigeria to America and decided to plan her escape, right? She got another house to move into with all of her children. Then her husband found out and went there. When she was in the shower, he decided to unlife her. And they said, we might expect her friends and loved ones to speak up, but I believe someone is still so shocked. They are shocked because of what happened. And this is very, very crucial. They said that Sarah called the people that were close to her days before this incident. Days before she was deleted. She called the people that were close to her to express her fear, that she was afraid. She said she was afraid for her life and mentioned her escape plan. At the end of the day, she said she was afraid, but the thing, you know how they said that the thing that you fear most, yeah, happens. All the fear, I guess she didn't take enough precautions because he still came to the house and by her when she was most vulnerable. She was in the shower. So that is the other narrative that is flying around. Okay. So you can see there are so many discrepancies in the story. Even the dates, they are not 100% correct. So somebody is making it sound like it's a case of hypogamy. Okay? Let me just read this comment to you guys very quickly before Natu will tell us what she knows. Somebody is making this sound as if it's a case of hypogamy. No, I don't need man of prestige. I don't need you again. Thank you. Natu is here live now. I wanted to play what Natu said on your show. So in that show that I did, the short video that I posted today, I was asking the question if we are setting our men up. Are we setting our boys up for failure because of all this narrative about a man is the provider? A man is the provider. What if you cannot provide? How does that impact on your mental health as a man? Do you still feel like you are a man if you cannot provide? Is that what happened to Hassan? He was providing in Nigeria. He now came to the US and where his wife was a boss. That is a very, very crucial question we need to ask ourselves as a people. We raise our boys to think that, oh, a man is just supposed to provide for the family. But marriages in 2023 are different from marriages in 1950, where you used to go to farm or you used to be a hunter. It's different. In this day and age, anybody can be the provider. There are many marriages now where the man is not the main provider, where the woman earns more. Our brothers, our men, most Nigerian men, are they prepared? Can they handle it? Can some of them handle this? I know there are a few that can handle it. Very, very secured men can handle it. But some people cannot handle it. Whatever you do, you are proud now, you are arrogant now, it's because you are earning more. You want to tell me what to do. So this person is making a case of hypogamy, that is the issue. I don't agree 100%, but there is some merit to what this person said. And for those of you who don't understand, hypogamy is simply marrying someone who is considered of a lesser economic and social class. Okay? So usually Nigerian men marry people who they can provide for, because they've been raised to be the providers in the family. In the domestic front, because a lot of men don't bring anything apart from money. Okay, let's be honest. Let's be very, I will say, to truth tellers, let's just be honest. Whenever he says that, I will laugh. A lot of, not everyone, but for the majority of our brothers, what they bring is coins. They bring money. And that covers for the way a Nigerian man will show you he loves you is by giving you money. You don't need him to tell you I love you. If you are looking for I love you, you just put some 5,000 pounds on the table. You go shut up. You don't go talk again. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense, guys. So people of the older generation especially were raised with this belief that you have to provide, you have to provide, you have to provide. That's why I was asking that question earlier on in the video that I posted. Are we setting our boys and our men, our brothers, is culture and society, religion setting them up to fail? Eh? Or are we preparing them for society, what society is today? Because in this day and age, especially in the abroad, everybody has to work. Telling a woman to sit at home this day and age is not every, some women can still do it, but it's not every woman that can do it. And some men don't like it when you are not at home to prepare their dinner when they come back. They call themselves traditional men. And there's nothing wrong in being traditional. There's nothing. Why am I laughing? I remember Ekene. When I say traditional man, I remember Ekene. APC Bishop Ekene. There's nothing wrong in being a traditional man. All we are saying, if you're a traditional man, please look for a traditional woman. There are traditional women out there too who believe that I don't need to work. I just need to look pretty, stay at home, be a baby girl, raise my children, look good for my husband, fix his food, run his baths, make sure his shirts are cleaned and ironed, and be a wife. There's nothing wrong. It's all about choices. The problem is if you are a traditional man and you marry a woman with modern day values who is driven, she's ambitious, she wants to, in fact, break all the ceilings and everything to make money, it will now become, in some cases, like competition. We're seeing that a lot. It becomes something like competition, which it shouldn't be. It should be collaboration, not competition. But we are seeing it quite a lot in obodo-yibo marriages, diaspora marriages, people who jackpot. All right. So let me read what that person said in that. Actually, I'm going to only read 2 comments there, and then I'll allow Natu to speak, because I said I will only do 1 hour of talking. Then we can take calls for 1 hour. So someone called Bimp 8496 said, I believe the real problem is hypogamy. Marriage is a contractual, transactional, and calculative venture. When I read that, it makes me feel very cold. Oh my God. Is this what marriage is in today? Oh my God. Where is the love? Where is emotions? This sounds like a contract that we sit down and sign. Chineke. And they said, therefore, it is not beneficiary to marry below your intellectual, social, financial, and traditional class. It serves no purpose. When you marry below your class, there is a tendency by our nature, our human nature, to disrespect consciously or unconsciously. The intent might not even be to disrespect, but you are perceived by your partner as disrespectful due to their own inferiority complex. Then trouble sets in. Prevention, they say, is better than cure. Prevention is key to any problem. Encourage your kids to avoid hypogamy. A female medical doctor should not be married to an Uber driver. That is trouble right there. No matter how humble the woman appears, the man will still feel emasculated. In order to feel less emasculated, he will come up with excuses in behavior, which are indeed to restore his masculinity. What do you guys feel about this comment? It's a whole lot, the person said. Hmm? What do you guys think about it? I want people to give me their opinion about it. Hmm? And this only other one I want to read is by somebody who is called Alo Sunday. And they said, hello, sis B. Yes, you are right. Money sometimes change some people. My ex-partner, we grew up together. Later, we got married. We moved to the UK when the children were like 4 and 1. I had my own business in Nigeria before moving to the UK, but he wants me to be stay-at-home mom. So there are some traditional men that want stay-at-home mom. But the problem is that these things are never discussed. They should be discussed. Ask her, how do you feel about staying at home and just raise my children and I will do everything? Some women will be happy with that. But some of us, some of the assertive women like me, there is nothing that can make me stay at home. Even if you have all the money in this world, because it's not only money that you get from working. There is so much you feel valued. It's self-actualization. I didn't go to all this school to read all this degree to come and stay at home and be a mommy alone or a wife alone. There is more to my life than being a wife and mother. I need more. But there's some women don't mind, and that's okay. I'm not judging anyone. But find someone that agrees with your values. And this person say, and that's not me. Obviously, this person did not agree with that. After a few months of moving to the UK, it wasn't easy with 2 children. Everything changed. In-law, wahala, and everything. Eventually, the marriage ended. So these are the issues. These are the issues. This is how Allah says it. These are some of the issues. These are some of the issues. So guys, give us a thumbs up. Is it hypogamy that is the problem with Hassan, between Hassan and Sarah? Do you think he felt emasculated? Or Sarah was just a horrible woman who didn't respect her husband because she was making so much money? I don't know. I wasn't there. But what are the lessons that we can take from that? Okay. Somebody said something that I'm looking for another comment that somebody said. I don't know if I can see it. Somebody said something that we need to go and be doing like India and Pakistani people, that we should rely on one income. One income. Where is that comment? Hey, I can't see it. That until we resort to only having one income, that the problem of marriage will not solve. Their own understanding or their own solution is that only one person, the husband alone, should work. I mean, I'm thinking, what level of insecurity do you have to say that only one person in this abroad, brothers? I'm using the message of God to beg you. Not by yourself because you want to be a man. Being a man doesn't mean that you too, you should not be open to some things. Don't by yourself. There's too much stress in this life. Why do you want to carry the load all by yourself? There is a reason why you marry, is to share the burden. Not just sharing the burden of bills and responsibility or having children, is sharing the burden of life. Why do you want to carry the burden alone when there is somebody to share it with you? I don't understand it. But like I said, you know what? Whatever you want to do, you are entitled to your your values. Nobody can challenge you. Okay? Nobody can challenge you. Nobody can say you should be like this. But make sure you are looking for somebody that their values, even if it's not 100% uniform with yours, let it be close. Ask them, how do you feel like just staying at home and be rubbing my feet? When I come home, or you see this my balangboro, this my head, I will just be rubbing it. That's what I want to. That is the kind of wife I want. Just rub my head. Don't worry, I will walk. And if you are in that situation, make sure that you are checking that there's life insurance. So, because the day that he would delete, yeah, bye, you won't finish that day. Yeah. Okay. Solution. We are talking about solutions. Zambi said the solution is women should be submissive to their husbands, irrespective of their financial status. If you could be submissive in Nigeria, then you can still be in the abroad. Okay. Submission, submission, submission. But Zambi, do you know that submission is both ways, though? Since you guys like to use that, I always assume you are a woman, but I think you are a man today now as you are talking. So it's fine. Your point is valid. I appreciate it. But you also know that since we are using the submission stick tonight, you know, if we are quoting the Bible to support submission, do you know that submission is both ways? That Bible verse that you are using now to buttress your point says submit to one another. Did you know that? We have to submit to one another. Okay? Zambi, you got it? Okay. Now, let's hear what Natu has to say and Yvonne. Hi, sweetie.
That's a really good
Welcome.
afternoon.
Welcome,
Thank
darling.
you.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I was sharing yesterday with Madam Prestige, right? I
Yeah.
don't know if there's any married that doesn't have issues. That's number one. So, whatever issue there is between them, people are blowing the whole thing out of proportion. Number one, they never lived in different houses. They stayed in the same house. That my friend sent me the screenshot of the new house, which I forwarded to you, where she was supposed to use for Airbnb. He was supposed to list the house for them the week that the guy ended her life. And he said that because that other guy has family members in the military, so he was trying to ask that guy, like, okay, about stuff about the military, and he wasn't able to prove it. So we're unsure about that. We don't have any proof that he was or he wasn't yet, but there's no proof that he was because he's not able to prove it. That's true. And then thirdly, I don't know if it's like you said, there's a high chance of insecurity because the mom is training the other three girls to be independent just like her.
Yeah.
So most times they are around her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like she can leave the shop for them to run the shop. Like they are that good like that. All of the three girls, from
Yeah.
the oldest to the youngest girl, like they
Yeah.
are doing amazing with their hair and everything.
Yeah.
So if they're always around their mom, definitely the father will feel like they pick the mom as a favorite because they're always in the shop with her. Do you understand what I'm saying? But what
Yeah.
I'm not understanding is like if you are a father and your wife is training your girls to be independent, isn't it a pride for you? Isn't that supposed to be a thing of pride for you? You're competing with your wife, I want to compete with your children again. Like that doesn't even add up. And even the car that he was driving, she paid the 7,000 down payment for that SUV.
So the car that he was driving, the reason why I said, one of the reasons why I said that all that write-up was BS is because if a woman, the marriage was, she was so unsubmissive, or according to Zambi, she, was not submitting, or maybe because she was earning more, she was not submissive, which I don't think is the case. Is women do that? Let's be fair. Yes, some women do that when they earn more money. Oh my daddy, they go enter Igboro Madaru. Igboro Madaru. But
That's
on
true.
this particular issue of Sarah, do you see a woman who will give her husband £7,000 as down payment for a car to empower him so that he
And
can
she
have
still throw
somebody
him
to,
outside.
and she
Yes,
will,
she gave.
and you say she's would a woman who doesn't love or care for her husband do something like that?
Nope.
I don't think so. I
Nope.
don't think so. But people, that's what I'm saying. People do not know the ins and outs of this story. In
Yeah.
terms of the 7,000 that you are mentioning now. Now, you only know the 7,000 because you know somebody who knows them.
Yeah. That's the one that we know. We don't know the other ones that she has been giving himself. Do you
Right.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
And then people saying about the cooking issue. She cooks. She did not stop cooking. And I want to believe that the days that she cannot, she outsource. So if they want to think that the days that she's outsourcing, they want to use that as not cooking, that's on them. Because this person that told me, so it's like I go to their house and whenever I go, she'll give me food that will last me days. The person is listening to this your life. He just doesn't want to come up, but he's listening. And if I'm lying, he knows. It's like she gives me food. She has not stopped cooking. So if she's busy and she has outsourced food and that makes her like not the real wife because she doesn't cook, then I mean, come on.
I think people that know Sarah need to speak out more, because the way they are painting her like she was this uh
Bad
woman,
person.
yeah, who was a bad person, like she deserved what happened to her.
And TP, if you know how I was begging that my friend to come on live and speak, he said no. I was literally like begging him. That was why I had to do that chat and go get this information. I was begging him to come on live to speak because he knows her personally.
APC Bishop, you are here again. I blocked you a few days ago. You are back again. Every day they
No,
are
just
creating
leave it.
scats. He's saying that the
We'll see
Bible
what
doesn't
you.
say we should submit to one another. You don't know Bible.
Oh
You don't know
my
Bible.
God.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
You don't know Bible. It says submit to one another. Okay? And you know
And
when it says,
honestly, right, Auntie
if
B,
you are
her
quoting
hair,
how he said, love the church. Do you know how Christ loved the church?
exactly, unconditionally.
Is to buy for the person. Can you buy for your wife? You can't even love. You don't know what love is. Love, the love that Christ had for the church. He gave his life. That's what it means. Be ready to lay down your life. That's the kind of love that Christ said you should have for your wife. We can't do it as human. It's impossible. Nobody can do it. That's the truth. Only God can do it. Okay, Natsu, go on
Yes,
quickly. Give
ma'am.
me what you have. Mhm.
Yeah, so basically like those are the whole story. Like that's what we know. And they say the lady is very industrious. She has helped her family members a lot. She built house for her mom. Her mom is still alive. She has built
Yeah.
house for her mom. She has helped set her siblings up, all of those things. Like she's really been helpful. And all the people that have spoken about her, they say she's helpful. When I went to Florida in January, my friend was even telling me about her. It was when this whole story happened. That my friend, I'll get more information from her, but she's still in shock, like you said earlier. She doesn't even want to talk about it. That's how bad it is for that one. Because she was like, there's this lady from Plateau, another sister that is breathing, blah, blah, blah. We need to go. I'll take you to her to go and see her because the other lady, her roommate, is going to go and braid her hair. But I think there was a mix up in her appointment and the other person was traveling, so we couldn't go till I came back. So, but like I heard about her, but I didn't know that was the exact person until the thing happened. And my friend called me. I was like, "Do you remember that lady I was telling you that
Yeah.
we're gonna bring here? Yeah, husband died." I'm like, "Was she the one I saw the story?" So basically, that's what it is. But everybody that has something to say about her is always saying something good. You know what
So
I'm saying? So
I'm just saying this because of people who don't know. If we are going to be quoting, let's quote correctly. All right. Ephesians 5:21, that's where that scripture is in the Bible. And what does it say? Submit yourself to one another. Submit, that's how it starts. The problem is that a lot of people don't look at that. They jump to the to the next one that says, wives, submit to your husbands. But at the beginning of the verse, it said, submit yourself to one another. APC, can you
now I
can
know
you
they
see
read
it
Bible.
now?
Now they read Bible.
Can you see it now? It says submit yourself one to another. Okay. All right. I hope the point has been made. All right. Now to finish up, my
Yes, ma'am.
darling. Let me go to
No,
Yvonne. I think Yvonne has some
let me
information.
hear what Yvonne has to say.
Okay, Yvonne, go ahead. Natu, you sound so tired. Are you all right, darling?
No, I'm good, Mama. I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. Yvonne, welcome, my dear. How are you?
Yes, Auntie B, I'm here. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get back to you with information, but I just got some update yesterday, and I saw that you posted that you're gonna do the show today. So, number one, the first note that you read, that is completely BS. It's all lies. There's no truth in that note that you read, the
How do you
first one,
how do you know?
because of what my friend told me.
Okay. Who is
Okay.
your friend knows them?
Yes, my friend knows them very well, and there was an incident when the husband came to the shop, and she was there and started to rant that we're gonna save that for another time.
What was the
um,
ranting about? What was the cause of the ranting?
about money, like I told you before, it's all about finance.
He was asking her for money, or what was he ranting about money for? Or he didn't have money?
He need access to another account.
Mm-hmm.
They have there was a there's three major accounts that they have. So he
Mm-hmm.
need access to the third account that has, I think, acquired the most money on
Right.
it.
Right.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
that was what he was mad about.
Right. Okay.
So this woman, whoever said that she stopped cooking, she always cooked. She never stopped cooking.
Mm-hmm.
But she will cook early. If she has to work late, she will cook early and put the food, save it either in the microwave or in the refrigerator. She
Yeah.
never want her husband to go hungry when she get off work.
Right.
Yeah. And also there's another house like what she just said, to turn it into an Airbnb. I got that information from my friend. That's correct.
That's two people confirming it now. Natu
Yes, that's
confirmed it,
correct.
and you have confirmed it. So we believe.
Yeah.
You see how the narrative said that she moved to the new house and took her daughters and left her sons?
No, that's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
They're never separated. They always live together. And when they have incidents, like just like you said, she will not call the police. It's
Mm-hmm.
the neighbor that will call the police. Like I told you from the beginning, from the first show, what you did on this story. The
Mm-hmm.
neighbor will call the police, and when they show up, she will go and talk to the cops. Say, "Oh, there's no problem. We're just having a little argument, family issues. We're just discussing something. It just get really loud," and the cops goes away,
Right.
and that's it.
Okay. Uh,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
and also she came here in 2013,
Uh-huh.
not 14.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the husband bring her. So this whole thing stem of when he got here in 2017 and saw that the wife, it's well to do, and he did not he was not expecting the wife to be this, well to
Successful.
do,
Yeah.
yes, successful. And the fact that he was sending money. No, he was not sending any money. He ain't got no money to send to them, to the US.
Mm-hmm.
So no, he was not sending money to the US for the upkeep. What upkeep? She was already well to do. She
So
was stable.
you see the irony of this whole situation. That money that was coming into the family, that Sarah was making a lot of money, is supposed to be a blessing. Unfortunately, because they didn't manage it well, because of insecurity, maybe lack of trust, and oh, you're not giving me access, or whatever it was that happened behind the scene. It was like the money, and that's why we have to be very, very careful about the blessings of God in our lives. Guys, I'm all about the lessons. That blessing in your life may not become a curse. When you have been blessed, they say to whom much is given, much is expected. Be careful with the blessing
Exactly.
that God has given you. You see, Sarah was so blessed from braiding hair. Her daughters were already making money. Do you know what it means? If they are making $4,000, about $4,000,
Actually, it was $4,500.
Shenko, can you hear that? Just put that money together in a month and see how much this woman was making. That is the kind of blessing that only God can give from just handwork. They are braiding hair. But you see, the very thing that was a blessing in their life was what now brought this upon them that we are talking about today now. So we need to really ask God for wisdom to know how to manage the blessings that we have received, so that the blessing do not turn to something that will become a thing of sorrow. Because if you ask me now, if she had to give everything up, God, if there was another chance for her to regain her life, to give everything up just to be alive to raise her children, as a mother, I know she would take it. But she's not there. She's left her whole five children in this cold, dark, wicked world, all by themselves. And you know what? Whatever you say about this couple, yeah, because we are not here to judge anybody. But I think life happened to them. But um what Hassan did was a very cold and wicked thing. Mm. Ohun tí ò dá ò dá. That's what the Yorubas say. It was a very cold and wicked thing. If the children were indeed in the house when he went there to unlife his wife, do you know the trauma he's put these children to? Do you know what he has done? He's turned their life upside down. Why? Because he could not manage his emotions. At the beginning of this year, I asked a question on my community page. I say, emotions, can we trust them? Everybody was like, yes, emotion. Oh, only one person said, no, emotions. You fear emotions. Emotions will deceive you. Emotions will lead you astray. Emotions, anger is an emotion. Bitterness is an emotion. Hatred is an emotion. Jealousy and envy. These are all emotions. They are negative. They are positive emotions and they are negative emotions. The question is, how do you manage them? When you start feeling jealous about somebody, how do you manage it so that you don't give into that devil in your mind that is telling you, hey, you see, she's gone again. You see how they said she was coming in late. Maybe she was busy, she was working late. It's a business. She can open her store. Even sometimes I see my hairdresser here, they will close the shutter, they'll close the door, but inside they are still there doing hair.
It
It
takes
should
a
be
long time to braid a hair.
it should be a thing of joy for the whole family. But it became a thing that oh God forbid, it's just ruined so many people's lives, all because people could not manage situations.
And to be that first writer that was trying to justify this man's action, right? That he came to America, she was doing more well than him. When my husband came here, I was doing better than him. My husband is doing better than me now
You
because he
see,
buckled up and did what I did not do in 13
you
years.
see,
So people should stop justifying rubbish. People should really stop
Yep,
justifying rubbish.
do you
very
know what
true.
will happen tomorrow? That's why, now by now you won't finish. Oh, you don't know about tomorrow. That somebody is doing better than you today doesn't mean that. I mean, should it even be a competition? Who is doing better? The money
Exactly.
should be for us. The money should be for the family unit. And it's not to say that there are not some women who disrespect their husband. Again, I'm reiterating that because I know a lot of brothers who said that, you know, they didn't feel that they were respected anymore once their wives started making good money. So we women, again, I'm using this opportunity to caution you. Please, if you whether you are conscious of it, you are not conscious of it, you belong, you feel like your social, you are climbing now. Okay, you couldn't afford Louis Vuitton bag. You used to carry a Target, I mean, what do they call those supermarkets in America? Primark bag. Or you used to carry supermarket handbag. Now you are carrying a designer's label. Please,
TV
your
stuff.
husband is not the one that you should rub it. Don't rub it on his face. Don't
That's
do
true.
that. Nigerian men especially are not designed to be able to don't do that, to take that. Please, let's be aware. Self-awareness is very important. Be aware of your behavior. It's not everybody that is self-aware of their behavior. Some people are very rude. They don't know they are rude. But I'm mindful of something on this case. Sarah is from the north, not north, middle belt. They call you people Natu from Plateau.
Yes.
Traditionally, women from north, middle belt, they are very, very cultured, calm, and well brought up women. They are not like those of us from the south. When their eye don't open. Yes, it's true. If you know women from the north, you will know what I mean. That's why they can tolerate polygamy without blinking. Because it's the way they socialize. Yvonne, carry on, my darling.
Well, another thing that my friend said is that, as I mentioned when you did the show the first time, that this man is very, very highly insecure.
Right.
He has a major insecurity issues. For him, it was all about control. The reason why she had that baby, that last child, is because he wanted to tie her down, so that he will be in charge of everything. I told you this, Auntie B, and my friend also mentioned it. So insecurity and women from Africa doing well better than their husband does not sit well with them.
Yeah.
There's a major jealousy there. It doesn't sit well with them at all. So that was the first problem, because when he came into the shop, started going on about, I should gain access to all of the accounts. And the thing that my friend mentioned is, Sarah never raise a voice on the husband, never disrespect the husband, always calm and cool. The man will be standing there shouting on the top of his lung, just going on and about something else that doesn't even make sense. The woman is trying to calm him down, but he's not listening, trying to tell him, you're in a public business place, people are watching, let's discuss this at home, between us. But he wasn't listening. He was like, I want access to that account and I need it now. You need to give me the account information. I don't know. it was just, my friend said it was pretty bad. The day that this happened, it was just pretty bad, because he won't shut up about things. He just keep going on and telling the wife that, oh, you can't treat me the way I send you to America. You have no right to treat me the way you do as I say. I marry you, all these things. I say, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I just said to my friend that if that was me, that is a major red flag. I will run for the hills, to be honest. I'm not going to stay in a marriage, but she did stay. And at the end, he gave her RIP.
As I question why she will have another child after 4
Yes,
children. You have a
exactly.
private business. You know what it means to have another child.
In
I know.
America, for that matter, 5 kids.
I joke about. I tell everybody who has ears to hear that I want a retirement baby. Until Cynthia is the one that set my head. She helped me to reset my brain. She was like, Auntie B, all this enjoyment that you always travel. If you have another baby for the next, in fact, you can't travel. You can't. You like traveling. You cannot travel anymore. I was like, eh? Oh, I can't carry baby to travel. She's like, you're not going nowhere. I'm like, okay. It is a joke, right? But it's true. Having another baby sets a woman back a minimum of 4, 5 years. But she did it. She did
Mm-hmm.
it. So
And to
that
be
says
even
that
doing
she
that,
really wanted the family to
explain
work.
the kind of person she is.
Yes, it does. It tells me that she wanted the marriage to work by all means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women from the north, somebody said, Judge Reality said, I grew up and schooled in north. Just women are very humble and they are sort of laid back in their personality. Yes, I agree. They are not as fierce as some women, from other parts of Nigeria. Northern women generally are very, very, they're very, very, they are different in terms of their personality. Not everybody 100%, we can't say, but generally. Generally. And everybody that said something about this lady said that she's a very nice person.
Very
So
sweet soul.
why are we trying to
Yeah.
vilify her now that she's gone? Why? Why are people trying to turn her to a monster? Why? Is it so that they can sleep better so that they can sleep well knowing that, oh, maybe she deserved it? Does anybody deserve being deleted? Yvonne,
Yes, and to be.
thank you, my darling. I appreciate you.
Oh, and to be,
Oh,
by
you.
the way, and they also said that he wanted to start a shipping business to be
Yeah,
shipping cars to Nigeria, which he was ready to support too.
yeah, yeah.
That was before this fine. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yvonne, thank you so much for your update. I really, really appreciate that. D, your connection is not good. You're next. Can you check your connection? Let me go to Vivian. He's a Yoruba man. Hassan is a Yoruba man. Sometimes, yeah, cultures across Nigeria, it can clash when you marry across culture. I didn't marry from my tribe, so I know. Okay? When I got married, they told me that in my husband's culture, that there's something they call they call fattening room. So apparently in Calabar, when they marry you, they'll put you in a room so that you'll be enjoying and eating for 1 month and be feeding you. When you come out, if you are size 12, you become size 18. So what am I saying? Please know the culture that you're marrying into. Ask. Okay? Because I'm saying this to say that Hassan is a Yoruba man, right? He was socialized differently from Sarah. Okay? I can almost say not all Yoruba women, but most Yoruba women will not have a problem with handing over everything to their husbands. Okay? We've heard stories of Yoruba women that will marry, even the things they inherited, the properties and everything they inherited from their father, they will change the name just to suit the man that they are marrying. So I'm saying this to say that please know the culture that you're marrying into because cultural conflict does come in sometimes. Yeah. So this is me carrying myself from Edo State all the way to Calabar, and they are telling me, pay they didn't tell me. Oh, I'm just saying this is what the culture say. But that why is westernized, right? So it doesn't have those ideas. We share the same, kind of core values. But this is what I was hearing, pay. They have to put you in a room to feed you so you get fat. And I was like size 12 when I got married. Eh? You want to make me fat? Why? Why do you want to make me fat when I'm still doing CC? Oh, guys, I like to bring humor into this story. But the fact is that cultures, they do clash. So know the culture. No, individuals differ, but what is generally known about the culture that you're marrying into? Investigate, find out their people. What are they known for? Ask questions. It's very, very important to. Okay, Vivian, welcome, my darling. How are you? D, I can't add you. Check your internet. Hello, Vivian. Can you hear me? Vivian, are you there? Okay, I
Yes,
can't hear.
Auntie B. Can you hear me, Auntie B?
Yes, my darling. Where are you joining us from?
Yes, I'm calling from Port Harcourt, Nigeria.
Hey, my Niger fam. I love my Niger fam. Welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, darling. How are you? I love the work you do. I've been following you for almost, I think since I was in UK, so it's been a very long time.
You
Since
still
your
have it.
channel.
Your UK accent is more intact than my own, no, honestly. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your platform is very large. I just wanted to address an issue about the very first post you read out and
Right.
called Rita Egu's name.
Yeah.
Please, we should try to verify our sources sometimes. I'm not saying this to chastise you, no. I'm just saying it happens that sometimes we could quote people and quote them wrongly. Rita is one of the people I follow on Facebook. She's an extremely lovable person. She shared that post when the original one came out. She
Yeah.
actually owns Afropolitan TV. It's like a blogging platform and an advertising platform as well. So she
Right.
shared that, but she said something extra. I wish I can read it from WhatsApp without blocking this call. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, fine. So she shared it. And then after that, she said, please, if anyone has a contrary story about what happened that led to Hassan Ademo shooting his wife, let me know, you know.
Okay.
So,
You use
so
crying
she,
because of this platform.
okay, I'm sorry about that. And
That's
then
all right.
she went on, she has shared 3 other updates after that original one. And she
Does
now
she
said, this
know?
one,
Does she know that her name is flying up and down in that post, edited by Rita
it's
Ogu?
so unfortunate. I've almost been brought to tears. I've
Yes.
never called the platform. And I sometimes when I want to make calls like this, I make it anonymously. But I
Right.
had to show my face to discredit that wicked rumor. Rita
Right.
can share
She shouldn't
such
have
things.
put her name. She shouldn't have put her name on it.
No, she did not. People screen. You know how you screenshot because right.
Hello, Vivian. Can you hear me? Yeah. It seems like she posted it. Now it's circulating around as edited by Rita Ogu. That's
It's
why we
it,
have.
it
Yeah, they are
It's
saying
so,
that she edited it. So her name
it's
is what is
so
being linked to it. Where did she get it from? You need to be very,
it,
very careful when you are sharing. If you're, let me tell you this. I know what you are saying, Vivian. Honestly,
yeah.
I take on board what you are saying, and I appreciate that you're bringing this to us. But if you're a social media person, you're an influencer, you need to be
Yes,
very, very careful when you are passing on second-hand information. You need to be
absolutely.
careful because you can easily
Absolutely.
be misquoted. Let me tell you a typical example.
Go ahead.
When the Samuel Koso matter broke,
Mm-hmm.
typical of
Mm-hmm.
me, I didn't put my face on it. I put a picture. Do you know that my face started circulating up and down? Till today, if you go to blogs, you will see my face. They say I'm the one that is the baby mama that is expecting a
Mm-hmm.
baby for Samuel Koso.
Just imagine, which is what something similar to what they're saying about Rita now. She wants to
Yeah,
marry the husband. She's saying that because
yeah,
I feel so bad because this is
yeah,
someone I can't even begin to say what she did for me in the past with someone who swindled me.
yeah.
So that's just it's so unfortunate about this lady. She's so pretty.
How
She
many
is
people
so
can you
pretty
call?
outside.
That's the thing. I mean, it's spreading
Not
also. It's WhatsApp that is the main place where this thing was spreading, and her name is on it.
so
What can you
bad.
do?
It's so bad. It's so bad. She shared 3 updates, and even in one of the updates, I went, and TP, you won't believe it. I went to the comment section and said, "This man should have just left," and someone attacked me there. Oh, you don't. It's because you two, in something like, oh yes, they just twisted my comments, and all I could leave was a laughing emoji.
You
And
can't.
what?
I don't know how you guys deal with those folks on
I
Facebook.
don't
That's why I
know,
don't do Facebook. They
And
are.
what you said about promoting yours, be very careful what you share on social media. When I started promoting my own brand, anything, any news like this, I don't even post. I
Do you
don't
know what
share. I don't even
Chidima is
do
saying that
anything.
Auntie B, if you type African doll, my face will pop up. Yanko,
Okay.
can you
Okay.
imagine?
Okay. Here we
My
are.
face will pop up. So you
Here
you
we
gotta be
are.
careful. Yeah, you gotta be
Here we
careful.
are. Here we
Mm,
are. Who knows
mm.
where my face will pop up as the person defending me?
Your face is not showing, my darling. Your face is not showing. You are safe. You are safe with me. Your secret is safe with me. Oh, days. It is well.
Back to the situation. It's so bad. It's so bad that you could have a woman who wants to contribute, a woman who wants to build a home. That society is tough, and I totally, like 101% agree with you when you say at an older age you shouldn't travel.
Don't jackpot.
Many,
Oh. Once you are
honestly,
40,
it
do
makes
not
sense.
jackpot. Just
It
stay in
makes
Nigeria.
sense.
Mm.
For me, if there was a program that could support people going abroad, Nigerians just go abroad for 3 months and come back.
Go and
I will
see.
champion
Go
that
and check.
program. Just go and check where you test the waters. And if it isn't, come back. For me, I don't think anything will make me go there. I can go
You
for
were
holiday.
here. You were
What
here.
I'm
You moved
Yes, I
back
was.
to Nigeria from the
Yes,
UK.
I was about 7 years. I was there. I was.
Eh?
But it's
Eh?
not everybody's cup of tea. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody who calls me is like, when I coming back, oh boy, make una deal, Auntie B. When I come, I beg, I want holiday. You go give me one room for your house.
I beg,
I'm not.
first of all, I need to find out how you they cope now that you are back in Nigeria.
I'm fine. I'm
Like,
fine. I'm absolutely fine. If I can discuss how I cope later, maybe privately with you. But I'm
eh.
absolutely fine. But let me
What
just
was what was the main thing that made you say Obodoyibo is not for me?
You see that thing about chasing money 247, 4814.
To pay bills.
Winter, summer, and particularly winter when you have to come out in the cold at all times, do shifts, you're doing your permanent job, you have a temporary job, and TB, I don't know what that thing does to me. And I
It's too
had
much.
already had a professional life before
Mhm,
traveling. So I wasn't,
mhm,
let me just do what I want to do and get the hell out of the system, honestly.
mhm,
That's just it.
mhm.
And I will say the second thing is that when you're in this economy, whether you've had a taste of travel or not, just try to look for remote jobs that can pay you in foreign currency so that you
Amen.
can benchmark against the naira. This time that Naira is going up, if you started off with even, what is 100? Okay, as at today's rate, 100,000 is almost like $100, almost. So if you're earning in Naira, you will be earning 100,000 in a year's time. But if you're earning $100 unemployed, which is like a ridiculous amount, anybody can even pay you from US. But let's just say you are earning $100 a month. In a year's time,
A month,
that
a day, that's a day. Nobody earns $100 a month. Go possible. It's not
But
possible.
that's what I'm saying. Let's take a ridiculous amount and just do the math. Yes. So these are just the two things I will say.
Yeah, I like that. You know what? I believe strongly that people need to determine what they want in life and where it's good for them. Today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, people are jackpying, some people are still cackpying.
Yes.
Somebody made us understand about cackpying. It's a real thing. I'm buying my retirement home. I'll be telling you people about it. I love my country, Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't love me, but I love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. Honestly,
you like several of my friends. You are.
I love Nigeria. What was there not to love? But Nigeria doesn't love me. So I mean, the thing is, as an adult, you need to sit down. Washiro, you think, okay, this is the pros and cons. Where am I better off? So I do see where you are coming from, my darling Vivian. Why people are coming, some are going. It's up to you as an individual. Where am I better off? And you made the choice to go back to Port Harcourt. So kudos to you, my darling.
That's just it. That's just it. The only thing I would say is that the day I stay, and maybe and it will never happen. But if all the remote jobs opportunities close for me, I will dust my passport and I'll be on the first flight back.
So you have the passport. You have the passport. Now you are talking, no, the narrative has changed now, because now you are talking from a position of, I don't need to go and line up in the embassy now. I can just
I still do. I will explore that option. I don't have a red card. I will explore. I'm just saying that the only thing that will make me think deeply about leaving is if I stay here and there's just absolutely no way I can stay and work remotely and earn foreign currency. I'm out.
I do appreciate that. A lot of people feel that way, including a very good family friend, a close family friend of mine. So thank you so much, Vivian. I have somebody here who is making a case for Hassan, and the person is here on the comment section, or she's calling me. He or she is calling me out already. Tokpe, Animi. I'm going to add them so that they can cuss me out in the public. Oh yeah, welcome.
Auntie and Imani too. And Imani should call him.
Imani, I'm talking about. Tokpe, welcome.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from New York.
All right. You had something to say to me in the comment section. Say it now to everyone. What were you saying?
I'm not calling you out. What I'm just saying is people have no right saying things they do not know about. Hassan is so stupid to have taken things in his own hands because he had endured a lot. He should have just left that marriage.
Do you know him?
Yes, very well.
You know Hassan very well. Are you related to him?
Leave that for that. But I know the family.
All right.
So people coming on this post to say what they do not know, people should fear God. He is just so stupid to have brought this upon himself. But that man is a good man. He is a man that wanted the best for his family. He brought them to America for a better life. Sarah got to America and started making money, leaving the man behind.
How? What do you mean? Leaving the man behind? Hello, we're having a conversation.
Kids
Hello, Tokpe, hold on now. We're having a conversation, my darling sister, okay? We're having a conversation, so let me just come in occasionally. You say she made money and left him behind. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm a woman as well.
I know.
If a man brings you from Nigeria,
yes,
and this is a man that's taking care of you from the moment he married you up till you got to America and started making money for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There is a level of understanding and respect that both of you still deserve to give
Right.
to one another,
Absolutely.
regardless of whether you became the breadwinner, which it was not leaving you to do or not. You should not
Mm-hmm.
forget the background, what you guys have shared.
Yes.
Sarah in Nigeria never worked.
Yes.
She was a full-time housewife.
Housewife with 4
This
children.
man was taking care of them. And
Mm-hmm.
this is a man that takes very good care of her, that she herself, she knows she has done a lot in the barracks on
Right.
her own. She frolics men a lot. Even
Oh,
from
really?
Nigeria, she sent him out of the house. She says that man is just so unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
He was a man that has been pushed to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to commit suicide. He has mentioned committing suicide a
We
lot
don't
of
use that
times.
word here. Tokpe, I've never seen you here. You are new here, but we don't use that word because of the
Oh,
environment we're in.
sorry
Yeah,
about
we
that.
say delete or on live.
Oh,
So you are saying
normally,
that, are
sorry
you saying
about that.
are you saying that they were having problems in Nigeria before Sarah even came to the abroad? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay.
she has been promiscuous from Nigeria.
What do you mean
And the
promiscuous?
man, we know
Hold on.
what when you say a woman is
Uh,
promiscuous in marriage, we
yes.
know what we are talking about.
No, I need you to
She
explain. I don't want to
cheats.
make any
She
assumption. That's
cheats
why
on the man.
she
He
was
has
cheating.
caught her severally, but he
Mm.
has forgiven her a lot of times. He loved
Right.
her so much that even Sarah's family love him.
Right.
He has forfeited his family because of Sarah.
Right. He
So
forfeited his family.
yes, his family
Why?
members have already warned him about all of these things.
Why did he forfeit his family? Was there a family
Because
dispute?
everybody could see that Sarah was leading him wrongly. They
What do
were
you mean?
realizing Sarah was turning in behind the family, in the
Turning
sense
him behind
that,
the family in what
yes,
way?
in the sense that she was more of a monopolized human being. If you don't know her, you cannot know her. You need to know her deep to know who she is. If
And you
you
know her
just see
deep
her
deep.
on the surface, you will
Mm,
think she's the best person on earth. We
right.
all have our differences. No
Yes.
human being is perfect in life.
Right.
I am not saying Sarah is not a good person too, but she had her lapses, which was a lot.
Was Hassan
If,
hold on, hold on.
Azan is not right deleting her,
No, it's
get
not the
that
deleting.
point.
I want hello now.
Get that
Tokpe.
point first to start with.
Tokpe,
Nobody
calm
is
down now.
supporting what Azan did.
Tokpe, calm down, relax. Okay? I know the emotions are high. You are related or friendly with him, so I understand. I'm so sorry. Let me start by, empathy. Okay? I'm really, really sorry this happened. Okay? Trust me, nobody wants this for their family or friends. It's a very, very, very sad situation. You know why? Apart from the family that you are saying that, he's alienated from his family because of Sarah, there are 5 children involved. And they may or may not be listening to this, or they may catch this later. So let us be guided. I just want to give my condolence to you already, because I know you are speaking from a place of pain. All right. But you are
Yeah,
saying things about their marriage from Nigeria. Were you involved in their marriage from Nigeria?
I am
Did-
telling you that I know this family very well. Nigeria, US, I know. So the only reason why I came up to this call to talk is because I'm hearing people say things they do not know.
right.
Sarah was not even working from any shop. She works from home. She had always worked from home. So where
Mhm.
are they getting going to shop and all those stories from?
Right.
See, this case is a very delicate one. Except you are close to the family, that you
Right.
know both the husband and wife, you will
Hmm.
not know deep down what went down.
Right.
He was just a victim that was pushed to the wall and decided to take laws into his own hands,
Right.
which we all blame him for. He was stupid to do that.
Are
But
you in the US or you are in
that was a
Nigeria?
man that had given up. He had given up. He had tried. He has been trying for years to settle things. He goes on his knees crying and begging Sarah for them to get things together severally. But she would not do that. Severally, he even talks to Sarah about how she has turned the kids to something else. This is somebody that took a child and did BBL, bottom, for a child of 22-year-old. The man tried everything to make sure that they have a good family. That the fact that they left Nigeria does not mean that they should come to America and be Americanized. Dollar.
Yeah.
What happened in that family is a pure case of dollar taking over. If you don't know them, I would plead with you to not say what you do not know. It is deeper. Azan is a responsible man.
Okay.
If you know anybody that knows the family, I'm not talking about people that knows just Azan. I'm not talking about people that knows only Sarah.
Right.
I'm talking about people that knows both of them very well.
Did she deserve what she got? Do you think she deserved what she got?
That is why I said Azam made a terrible mistake. But everybody that knows them and knows the origin and how this man has fought and tried to get things done, get the family together, would pity Azan even being in that jail.
Is it not better to be apart if marriage doesn't work?
Exactly why
Sarah wanted to end the marriage. Is it not better for him to just, to end the marriage than taking somebody's life?
Yes, that's why I said he was a fool. Everybody have advised him. Close family relatives have advised him to leave that marriage. He keeps saying, how do I leave the family I have grown all my life to fight for? This is a family that I have sacrificed so much for. This is a family of 5 kids.
Man of Prestige, feast your audio. I'm bringing you in. Go ahead.
That is the reason why everybody advised him to leave that home. But me and you know that human beings is very difficult sometimes.
Right.
As much as we say men are bad, let's call the women to order. Women need to do better in America or anywhere overseas that they find themselves.
Okay.
Our women are becoming something else. Don't let dollar making money. Don't let it turn you against your husband. Don't let it turn you against your own family. Don't let
hello. Let me come in.
Hello,
Tokwe. Let me come in, please, my darling. Thank you very much. I can see that you are on a roll. I appreciate you calling us. So you were saying that dollar was the main thing that was the problem in this marriage, because Hassan was a provider. He took care of his family. He did everything while they were in Nigeria until Sarah came. Can you give us examples of why you think dollar was the problem? Because Sarah was making too much money. What happened when Hassan came to America?
So when Hassan came to America,
yes,
he left everything in Nigeria.
Was he a soldier? Sorry, let me just
ask. Was a soldier and he was a big man that was loved by his superiors in the army.
Right. So he was an army man.
Of that, he was richer than an average average soldier in Nigeria. He was making very good money.
Right.
And when he came to America, he left everything behind in Nigeria just to be with the family. This is a man that when he was in Nigeria, the kids were calling from America. We need this. Daddy, we want to take ice cream. We want to take this. He would send money to them right away to take it. This is a man that every month he was sending money for everything they needed. House, feeding, everything.
He was paying the rent from Nigeria.
Yes.
Wow.
He was paying the rent.
So he was really doing well. What was his rank in the military, if you don't mind me asking, Tokwe?
I don't need to tell you about his rank in the
I
military.
need to know the rank because you said he was paying everything from Nigeria.
Like I said, remember I told you something. I said he was loved by his superiors.
Yes.
And with the virtue of that, he was able to mix with a lot of big.
Yeah, but what was his rank in the military?
Forget about his rank.
No, the rank is important because that's his source of earning. I need to determine
You
what
don't
he was
need to
earning.
confirm the source of his earning because it is not the point here. The point
No,
is he was
no.
taking care
Come
of
on
the
now.
family.
Come on, Tokwe. Tokwe, I've been very, very fair. I listened to you. You've been talking. I allowed you to talk. We are trying to establish facts. And you say you know because you've been in it from the beginning from Nigeria. You made allegations that Sarah was cheating even when they were in Nigeria. And bear in mind that the children might see this. Okay? But I've allowed you to talk. So please, when I ask you
and you said we shouldn't talk about what we don't know.
Yes. Tell
And we
me
don't know
what
you.
his rank was in the military in Nigeria, please.
If his rank is your issue, then I will not talk about his rank.
The rank is not my issue. I need to know what his rank was.
He was doing other businesses even aside from
What is
being
his rank
in
in Nigeria? Tokbe.
Okay, if the rank is the reason why you don't want me to give you details about this, then we can end the call.
How are we sure you're giving us detail? How are we sure?
I think I have given you enough information already.
Yeah, you didn't tell us anything new. You didn't tell us anything new at all. You basically came here to regurgitate what was read earlier on in the show.
I'm telling you, it's not about what was read. A lot of people are having issues understanding that what was read is even a pinch of the salt of the actual issues.
I asked you a simple question. You've been talking for like 10 minutes.
It's not even the details of, if you see some other details of the things
what was
that
Hassan's
happened,
rank
you
that
will
he
not
was
even
paying
say-
rent in Florida? He was sending money to pay rent for his 4 children and his wife that he sent to. And I'm not saying that I discredit what you are saying. Okay? I took everything you are saying into consideration. And I'm asking you, what was Hassan's rank? It's a simple question. You know it. What was his rank?
I don't want to talk about his career.
You don't
What was your relationship with them?
I don't want to talk about my relationship with them.
Yeah, but what if we sit down here and we start to tell you that we have a stronger relationship with them than you? What will make you different? Because you just jump on the show.
What you are saying, it's obvious that you do not have any relationship with them.
You have not demonstrated that you are a reliable source. You could be anybody.
Yeah, can you demonstrate that you're a reliable source? That's all we're saying. Because there are 2 sides to it, obviously, from the way you brought it. There is the wife, there is the husband. You've demonstrated that you are more so on the side of the husband, which is fine. But you haven't demonstrated that you're closer to the source than the rest of us.
She's gone. She's jumped off. Tokpe, Alimi.
That is so sad. That was so sad.
Come on now. Tokpe, why are you like this now? You came here with your accent and you were telling us like somebody that is singing Tokpe Alabi song. Hey, Hassan is this, is that. I listened to you. I did not even discredit everything you said. You accused Sarah of cheating and doing all sorts of things. I asked you one question. What was his rank? And you couldn't tell us. Come on now. Tokpe.
Yeah, and if you're close to the family and you want to help, the best thing is to shut up at this time. It's a very tough time for that family right now. You don't need to jump on shows and then show your ass like this young lady just did. That's all she did. That's all she did.
Somebody said that she's a side chick that is pained.
No, she could be a complete stranger who is completely.
Could be anybody.
Yeah, she's just a
we
nobody.
Don't know who she is. Yeah. Because I asked only one question. I asked her. You say you know them. That we don't know half of the story. Whatever was written in that article is a pinch of the salt. Which I'm not saying you are lying, but demonstrate that you even know a bit about this Hassan. What's his rank? He's making all this money, and somebody already said that the finance was the issue in the marriage. But you're saying that no, he was doing everything. What's his rank? And you said no. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me this. Come on now. You see. Oh, Shedada.
I
That's
mean,
not nice.
we're analyzing a very public story on a very public platform,
Yeah.
right? And if you are very close to the family, if you're not ready to make a statement, if you're not sent to make a professional statement, you just go back home and shut up and grieve. That's
And she
all
was
you need to do.
insulting Sarah quite a lot in her so-called submission. She was insulting Sarah a lot and making Hassan seem like he was the knight in shining armor who did everything right, but Dollar was the problem. So Dollar was the problem. Tell us a little bit more about that. The reason why I was asking you, remember she said, I don't know when you jumped in, Ola,
But,
she said specifically that dollar was the problem. So I said,
right.
okay,
It's finances,
yeah,
basically.
finances. Oh, that's what she meant. Okay, I don't know where she's calling from. She could have been calling from
There's
Nigeria.
nothing new from that than what the other. You had a sister on earlier with Natu who
Yeah,
also said something to that effect without taking any sides. That finances was the issue, right?
yes.
But her own tone, she just wanted to force us to believe the first story that was read.
And
Like
she said something that he was kind of alienated from his family because all the family told her that Sarah is no good, but he stuck with Sarah. So I'm asking you, are you a family member? I'm not disclosing. Are you a friend? I'm not disclosing. What is Hassan's
there's
rank
nothing
in the
there's nothing
military?
new again. Like we were, I think you also mentioned it earlier. I was just busy, that's why I couldn't really comment or anything like that. But you mentioned also, I mean, like it's obvious that that man was troubled. There's no I don't think there's anything that was said earlier on that demonstrated lack of empathy for a person who might have been troubled. But somebody lost their life,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I mean, if you're going to, she basically jumped on the platform to be a kettle calling the pot black. You say you are closer. They're talking about what they don't know. What do you know? Can you
Exactly.
confirm? Can you demonstrate that you're closer to the source? You can't. Then you should have just prayed for us while you're grieving your family member. That's all you should have done because
And
this
you
is a
notice
public
that
platform.
the only thing she said, she showed zero empathy for Sarah. This is what I say about women. This is a woman calling. She showed zero empathy for what happened. All she was saying is that Hassan was warned. He did a stupid thing. He did a silly thing. He shouldn't have done it. So
That's Auntie B, that's why gender war is stupid. For anything that you have against men, if you're a woman, there's a woman enabling it. For anything you have against
it's
woman
women that are
as
the
a
main
man,
enablers
there's
of the things that
enablers
men.
everywhere.
Oh my God, women are the ones that, you see, there was no empathy for Sarah. She didn't say that, that she's sorry, that even though they had issues as a family or friend, that it didn't need to lead to this. There are ways to resolve conflicts in marriages. She was like, it's all about preserving Hassan. All she said was all about preserving Hassan. Why did he do this? Now he's going to prison. He's not only going to go to prison. I hear that in Florida, they have the deletion, whatever. He will go to prison. He's not only going to prison. They say that because it's premeditated, of which we social media in-laws can even establish. You see, he's gone.
Oh God. Now wow.
Yes. That's why I said at the beginning of the show, if you want to buy somebody, you are buying yourself. There was no empathy. I didn't see any
No, we're
empathy.
not
All
we're
I
not
saw,
waiting for we're here. Listen, by default, as content creators and to be, we're always waiting for the other side of the story. Una need to just relax. If you're a consumer of content online, you need to relax. If there's other side of the story coming out, it will come out eventually. We'll be here to review it at that
all
time.
I see that she was trying to do was try to come and justify and say things about how we were being unfair to Hassan.
There's no need to justify if nobody is judging anybody.
Are we living in their house? Do I know what happened in their house? I don't know. I'm just going by what is being said on social media, drawing out the lessons, what we can learn. She's here to justify and say that, Hassan is a good man, he's a good man. Did Sarah deserve to be deleted? Did she deserve to leave her five children? They're very alone.
You thought,
They're
yeah,
very
and she
alone.
kept saying the same thing. Fear God, and you're doing the worst.
Now wow.
Auntie B,
My dear.
this is very obvious that she's not one of us because Everybody that's very familiar with the farm, they know we are here to draw lessons from it. And she kept saying that she's a manipulator. And that's why I asked her, I said, if he is staying with her for this long, from Nigeria to America, and you keep following her, and she's this bad, then he's a user too. Because he knows that she is a money making machine. That's why he's sticking to her. If he's not a user, he should have left her a long time ago. I don't know any. There's a one that I know in my church that his wife used to beat him. He ran away and left the woman in this same America. He ran and left her. Why did he cry her? Because she was beating him.
She said she was a cheater. Again, you didn't say anything new. When Brother Ben was here, the first time you covered this story, he talked about his own theory, which is a possibility. Again, you're no different from somebody giving a theory, no judging,
the one that Ben gave theory is even in Inolowo situation.
Oh, that was no. Oh, okay, that's true. That's true. But she's no different. Is the point I'm trying to make from anybody who is just looking at something from the outside and saying maybe this, maybe this, maybe that. When somebody says maybe this, maybe this, maybe that, that is not judgment. If you're a family member, you stay off the internet. This is obvious. This was on Fox News. It's everywhere. It's on every public news in Orlando, Florida. Are you going to jump on every media platform and be defending one side of the story? That is very stupid.
Yeah, they do that. Remember, Alex, when we're talking about Alex, it's the same thing. They can't resist. Once it's a Nigerian that is echoing the show, they will come and justify their own person. So I'm not new to it. I've seen this. I mean, how many times have we seen this? Even when we're doing the Samekoso show, this Samekoso not jump on. He came on to defend himself.
It was just so stupid.
Blaming me for not doing enough to find him.
R.I.P. So, it was that move was just as stupid.
Yeah.
You don't jump on the public news and start defending yourself, even yourself.
And she was talking about 22-year-old because that woman is Tokpe is from Nigeria. I know that now. Because if you are in this country, you will know that a 22-year-old does not need the mother's consent to go and do BBL. They don't. This is obodooyinbo.
That 22 years old is married, by the way.
22-year-old does not need mother to tell her, "Hey, don't do BBL." You can't tell them nothing.
Who did BBL?
They said the daughter. That's what Tokpe was
the daughter.
Okay. That the husband was saying that because we are here now, you shouldn't be Americanized and allowing dollar to rule. You pay the daughter. One of the daughters, the first daughter, I suppose, that 22-year-old did BBL.
Right. That's probably the first. So
how is that a problem for the?
What does that have to do with the issue at hand? That's completely irrelevant.
What has that got to do with her son if the daughter is doing BBL at 22? I don't know.
But Auntie B, here's the point. These are the mindsets. These are the issues. Okay. Forget Azan for a second and the unfortunate situation that happened to that sister. This woman that just jumped on this platform are the issues. These are the mindsets right here. Okay, when you have this mindset, when you don't know how to stay focused on one situation, right? If you have to turn every situation to gender war, right? These are the issues. Women, because what she ended with is that women our women in America.
They need to do better.
That's somebody who has been regurgitating nonsense from the internet.
Yeah.
And is trying to connect the dots with nonsense.
But you say I was very calm. I was calm.
You did well.
I was calm. I wanted her to talk. If I had not asked her that question about what rank he was, you know why he didn't tell us? I'm suspecting that he was a low-ranking officer. He wasn't that big. Because remember, she said, oh, he had other businesses. I didn't ask you about his other. All I said is that what was his rank? And I wasn't asking about the rank to judge him. And to be honest, I believe what she was saying about how he was sending money to the family, to the children, especially about ice cream and all that. Okay? Because I know Yoruba men love their children. Whatever you can say about Yoruba men, maybe they are demon, whatever. Some of them, they cheat a lot. Nobody loves children like Yoruba. Yoruba men do not joke with their children. The average Yoruba man will do anything for their children, even if the marriage is not working.
Right.
I was not asking that question. She thought it was a trick question.
I believe a lot.
It wasn't a trick question. I wasn't asking Tokpe that question to trick her.
No, not at all. I didn't think you were too.
Because I wanted to get perspective regarding all this money you said he was sending.
But all she could hear is that somebody is taking sides. We believe a lot in the earlier story. There's a lot of truth in what the earlier story was. But the manipulation, the manipulations in the text was jumping at me. There's a lot of things that were said, particularly to paint him as innocent. It's too late to paint somebody who deleted another person as innocent. It's
And
a
you
useless tactic.
and you have no empathy for the person that was deleted. You are still calling her names that she
Zero.
deleted. Obìnrin. Ola, please do that. Do that kini for me. Do that what do you call them? All those
Which one?
thing that the thing
Oh,
you used
okay.
to
I'll
pass up
send it
on
to
your
you.
show.
I'll send it to you.
Please.
Yeah. I'll
D,
send it to you.
welcome, Jare. What sorry, your internet was not good a minute ago. I'm about to end now. What do you have to say, D? Hi D, please unmute yourself. Is D there? Okay, we can't hear her. Natu, oh yeah, go. We're ending.
Mama, this whole thing, this lady that just came on, right? Like you said, I don't know who she is, number one. And I remembered when Alexis sister did the same thing. When we covered Alexis' story.
Sure,
And
for
like Ola
Bini.
said,
Gravitas,
yeah,
God will bless you. I told Ola to do me that kini. Oh, Bini. Sure, for
Ọlọ́run máa ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
if you see the one that say obìnrin lọ̀tá obìnrin, that's the one I really want. Gangan. Obìnrin ni ọ̀tá obìnrin. You are there talking. Èèyàn kú. Somebody
that's why I
that's in
said
a
that
person
message.
won't gbẹ̀mí èèyàn and you are there defending your brother. Tọ́pẹ́
Like,
ò dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
I said in that chat, I said, may what happened to Sarah happen to her and her generation if she thinks Sarah deserves it. That's why I asked her, I said, tell me, if you think you know the family very well, tell me one good thing about her. You can't tell me she's a bad person 100%. Say one good thing about her. Say one good thing about her. So if the guy is fighting her or he's fighting her, you as a woman, you're not supposed to be fighting for her. Isn't that a shame? You're coming here and screaming that he's a very sweet person. There's no sweet person that will fight somebody. Any sweet man, if the woman pushes him to the wall, he'll walk away. Any man that is staying with a woman that's cheating on him is a user because he's getting something from her. That's why he's staying. If you stop capping,
There are
then
ways
God
to
will help
resolve
us.
these things. So if your wife is cheating
There,
on you,
there,
just
there,
divorce her.
there are
Send her
elements
packing.
of truth, right? In obviously it's all over this story. Pride has played a big part in all of this, right? On both sides. Pride has when you have money, when people don't have the right skills, when they don't have the right tools, all they will have left is I'm a good person. If you notice, she was still trying to talk about how he was a good person. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it's not good enough that you're a good person. I'm sorry. This is the real world. It's not good enough that you're a good person. Because the next person you're dealing with who feels like a victim on the other side will feel like they're a good person as well. So it's a bad idea to just come here and try to defend a good person. They're not going to put that into account at all at the court of law. But also for us here that we're trying to extract the lessons, we have to pay more attention to the manipulative tactics. People use truth to manipulate. People use their own idea of truth, their own idea of what a good person is supposed to be. They use to manipulate other people. And it doesn't work because there are other human beings involved in a relationship with you. They feel different. They feel different from what you feel. They have emotions. They have emotions that may have nothing to do with you. So, in fact, in all of this, I'm telling you to calm down too. It may not be your fault. But calm down. You can't jump on a platform where it's public and think somebody's going to come. No. Everybody is relating with this story in their own way because they have one person or the other in their own life that they empathize with. Either they're empathizing with the woman who has dealt with DV before, or they're empathizing with the man who has dealt with an extremely prideful woman. You said it earlier. Some women will lose their shit. They will start running around town because they're making little money. That exists too.
Of course.
Right? So, but everybody relates from their own angle. But
of course, absolutely.
But there's something that we can look at across the board, right?
Ola, I think what we really need to emphasize, I said it before on this show, I'm coming to you in a minute, is whatever happens, because these are people that, there are different characters in marriages, human beings, we are complex people, human beings, life is complicated, marriages are complicated, But whatever happens, let it not get to the point of deleting one another. How to walk away is what I want us to re-emphasize. How do we walk away without having to have blood in our hands? Just because we cannot cope with what someone is dealing with us. So for all we know, according to what that auntie is saying, Sarah was rude, she was disrespectful, she was cheating, she was all that allegedly, according to her.
Yeah, welcome
But,
to the real world. If she can't, if
but
she
she
lost respect
deserves,
for she lost respect for the man. It's obvious.
does she deserve to be deleted because
But
of that?
that's the symptom. If a woman lost respect for you, that's more of a symptom. We can't now make it the absolute rule of life. Like because now she deserves to be deleted. No, people can lose respect for you. You don't have the right to take anybody's life because they're
Yeah,
disrespectful to you. It doesn't make
yeah.
any sense. It doesn't matter how much you shape it, form it, bring culture into it. It doesn't matter. You can't use that to say somebody no. It doesn't make any sense. So everybody, all of us need to. If you are upset, calm down. If you need help, if it's getting to the point where you need therapy, you seek help. You need to respect mental health. We all need to start respecting mental health. Is bigger than physical health because we can still see your physical condition. We can say, okay,
Yes,
you can manage.
absolutely.
The other side
Yes.
of the body can. But when a part of your brain is start to tell you that you're supposed to, that you have all this unnecessary right, you don't have any right. All of it is a privilege.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Okay. Abisoye, you are here. Please say something. Ola will come back in a minute.
Hello, Auntie B. Good evening, ma. How are
Hello,
you, ma?
darling.
Uh,
Welcome.
Auntie B, you see, this situation is quite sad. The fact that I don't know where we are in this world, where we don't have empathy. Somebody, if a family just lost their family, and you come to a public platform to slut shame somebody, to talk bad about her. So what that caller is saying is that Azan was a saint. He was a Pope John Paul. He didn't have any fault. He didn't have any blame in the marriage. I believe if a marriage is not going well, both husband and wife, they both share their own blames. It's
Hmm.
not just a one-sided thing. And you came to this platform as if maybe she didn't get the memo that Obodo farm, we see bullshit. Even before you see, we see it. Because why will you come to a platform and you're saying yada 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 yada? And where I knew that where she said a dollar issue. So it shows that when she was in Nigeria, probably the man was controlling her. It's
No, they said
possible.
she didn't work. He was
Eh,
providing everything in
oh,
Nigeria.
definitely, definitely. So many
So
housewives
I'm
in
thinking
Nigeria.
now, the fact that he didn't allow her to work, was that because he loved her so much, or it was an element of control?
It was just an element of control. And to be an average African man is controlling. How much more a military man? Have you seen the way soldiers behave in Nigeria and TV?
I have.
Have you seen it?
That's what I wanted to confirm with that Antipe. Is he actually in the military? Because I've visited some family members who live in barrack before. Those low, especially those low ranking officers. Jesus. The
Ha.
level of DV in those
Hey.
barracks, you
So
don't
Auntie
want to
B,
know.
so Auntie B, this scholar wants us to believe that the disease was controlling a military man in Nigeria in the barrack.
He said that the superiors love him. That's what she
Ha.
said.
Please, she should spare me that. I don't believe it. I don't believe any other thing. And the fact that she said, when you were even asking her that what does she feel about Azan buying the wife, she could not even give you a straight answer, Auntie B. She couldn't. The only thing she was saying that he was just stupid. That means you are just blaming Azan that he was caught. That's the way me I'm seeing it, or the way I perceive what she was saying. She didn't feel sorry for the disease at
No, no,
all, at
it
all.
almost sounded like she was sounding like she deserved it.
Ah,
It's because of the way she treated the man.
I'm telling you, Auntie B, and the fact that dollar issue money. So
Imagine
definitely,
if it was a man. Sorry, just imagine if it was a man that said those things that lady just said now. How we are
this
going to be so upset. In fact, I want to eat him raw. Our agenda.
ah
Our
ah
agenda.
ah
Ah,
Auntie B.
we
So
are our own problem. Men are not our problem. Oh,
it's
it's
not.
women that are women's problem.
So that's why Auntie B, that's why what Natu said about finance being the issue, she was actually right. Because the most thing this lady was saying was that when she came, the dollar got into her head. So probably maybe the lady didn't want the man to control her finance. That was where the issue was coming from. because she said it indirectly. The caller, she just said it. She didn't know when she said it out that dollar. So definitely she had an issue with the lady being financially independent
And she
or
said
financially
something
more
again.
successful.
You are a Yoruba girl, so you know where I'm coming from if I say this. She said that he had issues with his family because of her.
You
And why
see?
am I not surprised?
Uh-huh.
Why
You
am I
see?
not surprised? She's not a Yoruba girl. She's not from the West. She's an outside girl, a middle belt girl. Now that this Yoruba man married that he's a saint, that
Yes. Uh-huh.
is a walking sunshine now,
Uh-huh.
and now he's alienated from his family. Why am I not surprised that she will be blamed for why her son was not close to his family?
And
Surprise!
TB, I'm not surprised. And the fact that she was messing around and the man brought her to obodooyinbo. Even a woman that is faithful, go abroad men, they hardly bring them abroad. How much more somebody that was messing around? Do you believe that Baradash and TB that she
Do you
was
know
messing
what? Do you know
around?
what I think? Along all these things that we're discussing, one of the callers that called earlier on told us how there was issues of deeply seated insecurity with Hassan.
Uh-huh.
I believe it. Do you
Uh-huh.
know why I believe it? Sarah revamped herself in America.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
look at
yes,
her picture. I'm going to take this off so you can see.
yes. I saw the picture.
Okay,
I saw it when you posted
she
it. I
really
saw it.
revamped herself. She fixed her teeth. She fixed
Yeah,
her skin. She was looking younger.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If the man is already experiencing insecurity, remember they were apart for 3 years.
Hmm.
And this is Sarah. Let me show you a picture. I have another picture here. Okay, where you will see how she was looking before. This is her old
Wow,
picture. Can you see?
wow,
Gap
wow.
teeth. Can you see? Her
Oh
set of
my
teeth here,
God.
everything is new.
Ah, oh my God. Oh my
Can you
God.
see? Can you see the difference?
Yeah, she really stepped up. She stepped up. She
She
stepped up.
revamped herself. Not to
Yeah.
mention it in our last show that she did a body makeover.
Of course, she's making money. She deserves it. She needs
And
to,
now we're
yeah.
hearing from that auntie that called Pei, the daughter too, who somebody said she's even married. The daughter is married, did BBL. So
What is wrong with BBL? Is that a sin? I don't understand.
maybe he doesn't believe in those kind of things, you
You,
know?
Auntie B, you will know them. It's all those our aunties back home. We know them. We are more that. The issue is that's why even I know of somebody. She's an elderly person. Do you know that she was in the government parastatals and she was doing well? But do you know she refused to accept promotion because she didn't want to go above her husband?
Hey,
So I'm telling you,
Chineke.
Auntie B. So the issue because you posted something
Ah,
on YouTube where you were saying that a successful woman can a man manage such a woman? There are some women that they've decided to subdue themselves in order not to go above their husbands.
hey,
It happens.
Chineke.
It happens, Auntie B. I'm telling you. That is why when people were talking about submission, I have issue with submission. I say submission like when submission is being handled by an African man, there is easily a thin line between abuse and submission, Auntie B. So that's why I usually have issue with it. If you give an African man who has ego issue, if you are if an African man who has ego issue can easily use a submission of a human to
So there's
maltreat
a thin
her,
line
to
between
subdue her.
submission and control.
Yes, I have issue with it. Then nobody
Hmm,
can tell me anything. I have issue with it. Submission
hmm.
as an African woman rarely works out. It doesn't pay an African woman to be. You can mutually respect each other. You can mutually love each other. You can mutually look out for each other. But you see that submission, and TB, I have issue with it. So
Hmm.
anybody that is always talking about submission is a red flag to me. Whether you are
Hmm.
a human, whether you are a man, is a red flag to me. I don't accept it. Respect each other mutually, love each other mutually, look out for each other mutually. But you see that submission in African setting is usually used as a tool of control
And you
and a
know
tool of
that
abuse.
you know that it's people. I don't know why that is that the only verse of the Bible that they see that they
I don't
believe.
know, Auntie B. I don't know. I don't
No, I
know.
mean, to be honest, I as a Christian woman myself, I believe in submission. Okay, I believe that wives to submit, and I encourage you all Christian women to submit. Not there's a difference between submission and control. There's a difference between submission and subjugation. All right, submission is I have this power, okay, as a woman or as a man, and it's mutual submission, right? But I put it down
Mhm.
willingly. People don't understand what submission is. Is will you don't demand. Coke does not argue and be saying, I'm Coke. Don't you know I'm Coke? I'm not Pepsi. No, you don't need to promote yourself. Anybody that's always saying I'm a man, I'm a man, it means you don't even know who you are. The same
Exactly.
thing with submission. Submission is something that you say, I have this power. Okay? I'm this person. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of doing. But I drop it in honor of you as my husband, as my leader, as the head of this family, in total submission, because I know that you are submitting to God as I submit to you. That's what submission is. So, and these ones that you people don't even know God, you are not even Christians, you don't even know what Christ said, and it's like you've weaponized what submission is now.
Auntie B, I'm telling you, in an
And
African
you'll be
setting,
using it.
Auntie
Alagbere
B,
will carry submission on the head and we say, submission, you're supposed to submit to me.
Auntie B, I'm telling you, submission, no. See, Auntie B, so many scenarios that I've seen, submission doesn't work in a patriarchy system. It's a means of control. It's a means of control. It's a means of subduing women. It's a means to control. It can work for somebody who is maybe somebody who is God fearing.
It
But
depends on the kind of man that you are married to.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, Auntie B. It's rare. You will see you will see men that will be telling their wife that they will get married to their wife, and they'll be telling. I've seen situations whereby the husband is telling the wife that she should not visit her family because he's the head of the family. I've seen it.
That's control. That's
Yes,
not submission.
I've seen situations. Yeah, but the man will use the Bible against the wife that you are meant to submit, you are meant to listen to me. It's a form of control. I've seen situations whereby the man will tell a woman not to take a certain job when you know the woman doesn't have anything she's doing for herself. And you look at an example, the last show that you did, that she did family control. The man told the lady that she should not do family control.
He matched her to the hospital.
You can just see. Auntie Biomio, I believe mutual respect. That submission in Africa, I beg. I'm looking at it with bombastic side eye. I'm not for it. I'm sorry, I'm not for it. Because
All right, Atigbo.
It doesn't favor women.
Abisoye, Atigbo, you're a Yoruba woman. Atigbo, thank you very much, my darling. Oh God, yeah, it should be mutual. Definitely should be mutual. Okay. Thank you so much, Abisoye. D, what happened? I was waiting to hear from you. You had issues joining and your network and all that. Please give us a thumbs up, guys, if you are enjoying the situation or if you are enjoying the conversation. Thank you very much. You both got to sack situation instead of conversation. So we are talking about Ola. We are talking about Japa. Is it Japa? A lot of people were saying that Japa is responsible. Yeah, but no, you are here. Japa is responsible. And, again, they were talking about how Sarah was going to leave. I said we're going to have a conversation about how to leave a marriage. If you've done everything or you feel like this marriage is not for me, how do you live safely? Because according to that write-up that we read a minute ago, someone said that she texted him and said she was leaving. Was that the problem? Some people said that Hassan had mental health issues. I believe that. If he was in the army, like the caller who claimed to know him very well, did he run away from the army without resigning properly? That can put a lot of pressure on a man. If he had a career, now he feels that, oh, I left this career now. They are not allowing me to retire or to resign. I'm going to be with my family. I'm missing my family. It's a real thing. These are the real issues. It can put a lot of pressure on people. And when you now come here and now say that, hey, America don't sunny, you now stand and say, America seems like heaven when you are in Nigeria, you've never traveled. You now come there. And you now say, is this the America? Hey, that's why I like what that caller said, Pay. They should give people visa to come. Just stay 1 month before you decide. Yeah, all that glitters is not gold.
Yeah, the thing with submission, as usual, submission, trust in you. What's the other one that they usually flaunt around? All those things become question if you're already in a funky place in your relationship.
Right.
Yeah, those are more like symptoms. If a woman is submitting to you, it's a symptom. It's because you're showing up a certain type of way. Women don't decide to submit. They don't decide that. It just happens. They just find themselves submitting if it's the right conducive environment for it. If
Mm.
she's already questioning that she wants to submit or not, it doesn't feel safe. And
Mm.
there's no manipulation that can make her submit. There's no culture, manipulation, religious, any all that nonsense. You will just be hearing what the Oyinbo that Auntie Abisoye was just saying just now. And you'll be focused on trying to argue with her to convince her to submit. That's not the issue. If she
Mm.
doesn't feel safe, she won't submit. It's very simple. It
Mm.
goes for anybody.
Mm.
We have to submit too, as men.
Mm.
We submit to
Mm.
authority. We submit to God. We submit
Yeah.
to our jobs.
Yeah.
Why? Because it feels safe to do that. There's value in submitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Beno, you are here. Ben, are you here?
Hey, Auntie B.
All right. How are you, my brother?
I'm fine, my sister. I actually don't want to come to the studio before because I'm enjoying that comment section. I don't learn tire. I don't learn Bible.
I
They
know,
don't give.
right?
And they
We should
look. And
learn
they look
everything
comment
today.
section. Ben, you don't collect. You don't say you collect woto for that place.
I don't
Ah,
even
waiting
know,
I
but
miss.
I
I know they
just dey
comment.
laugh dey
Waiting I
go.
miss.
Ben don't collect for that place. Tire. They don't give her woto for there.
But I bet what did you say? What did you say now?
You go talk
Ah,
something. No, no, I tell
I,
you what he talk. I keep my eye on the comment section. I'm telling you, I dey try. He talk say Ben talk say Nigerian women need to know how to treat husband when they are abroad. Now what he talk be that they make people want grateful God you.
Ha, but I
Ah,
bet. Hey,
na
voila.
my mistake, oh. I no know say I no suppose talk am, oh.
oh, you know,
Hey,
don't far Ben, you don't forget yourself. They will send you go on this night.
I no wan go abeg. When I forgive you, I no wan go. See, Auntie B, the only
uh,
reason wetin make me come studio be say me I wan come tell una the kind of submission that I'm looking out for. Na
uh-huh,
im carry me come. The
uh-huh,
submission wey me I want be say make my wife go make all the money, make millions of dollars. Na me go
uh-huh.
submit. Na no, I don't need that submission. Me, I'm going to submit.
You go,
Just go
you
and
go
make all the
zabale.
money.
You go
Auntie
zabale.
B,
Exactly.
I want to go
Exactly.
on cruise. I want to
Uh,
go to Paris,
You know what?
Dubai.
Allah said
Abeg.
something in his show when I was watching it earlier on. This is what you said, man of prestige. You said something. Allah, where is that noise? Are you in a washing machine room?
No,
Ariwo
Kini,
poju.
Kini Wanwaji Mimbi, sorry.
A fan ni.
The AC machine is right in front of me.
Okay, we can
Sorry.
hear the
Yeah.
sound. Allah said
I will
something
mute.
that Allah said something that if it was him, you see how Sarah was already established in America. I will find a way to plug into that business and how I can support her. He said, he will look for ways. Is it to take it online? Is it to leverage? He said he will not even have a problem with it because he will no need to look for another job when your wife already has a thriving business. Why are you looking for to drive Uber? Hey, Lolo, Uber, Femuwa.
Hey, see me, see
But that is
God.
a man,
Exactly, and to be
that's a man that is secured.
anybody who has more money than me has more problems than me. That's the way I see it.
Yes.
I'll be
So
looking for a way to
you
help
are
them
looking
fix
for a way to solve those
to solve those
problems.
problems. Yes.
That is a man
Yes.
that is open-minded, that is secured. Insecurity will not make some men want to, business obirin. You know how some men, I'm not saying Hassan, I'm just talking generally now. Some of our brothers see obirin as, how can I be working for her? She'll come and disrespect me. But I like what you said about that, Ola. You said if she's making all these $4,000, pounds, or whatever, 4,000 plus a day, there are problems. Okay, for instance, Natu said why she almost met Sarah because a friend was supposed to have an appointment. For you to add value, you need to have a solution to a problem. So
Yeah.
someone like Ola will bring a solution to the appointment process. How do we make it seamless? So the appointment can go seamlessly. You create a program that will make people will book appointment. This is the person that you find a solution.
Yep.
So that means
Exactly.
you key into the problem, you become part of the business, and it's all good. It's all good. But it takes a man that is very, very open-minded, a man that is secured in himself to be able to see that, you know what, my wife earning too much money in this business is not a problem. How do I help her? How do I help our family to maximize everything that we can since she's already established? I'm just coming from Nigeria. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Auntie B, it's a problem. So it depends on how you look at the problem. Is it a problem for me? Can I submit to this massive empire that we're about to build together? I want to submit to my own ego. Because at the end of the day, again, it's all, there's problems. I can see it as a problem for my marriage because now I start to see pride through her, right? See this thing we call pride, right? You can
Uh,
see it inside of anything. Whatever you're looking for, just like red flags, right? You will find it,
yes.
right? So if you see it as a problem that your woman is making more money than you, that will effectively become a problem because you will attract what you are fearing the most.
Absolutely. Raben, go ahead.
and to be
Mm,
well, I'm just gonna say that may the soul of the lady that by rest in peace,
amen.
and I pray this will not happen to any woman. We all came to abroad in search of money, but we also know that abroad messes with our mental health at times.
Of course.
And the only thing that I would tell women is that when God bless you, just pray and at the same time think about your husband too. There are some women that when God bless them, they want to flaunt it. They want to show their husband, say, you know, you don't even know anything. I'm
Mm-hmm.
better than you. And
Yeah.
there are some great women out there that I don't know the grammar for it. Maybe Honeybee can help me. Or YJ. You know, in Yoruba, we will say, this woman, she has OYJ. So I
Benny.
know
Mm.
Honeybee go help me find the grammar. So there are
Mm-hmm.
some women
Only
that
she dey hear Yoruba. That one are pretty cool. She no fit understand Yoruba. Oh. It's me you should come to self. I can even try Ola. Which honey babe? Honey babe is completely pretty cool. She know dey hear Yoruba at all at all.
oh yeah, no wonder.
Mm. Mm.
So there are some women that they were so blessed that whatever they lay their hands upon, it will just blow up. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. If some There are some women that even if they are selling sand, it will become money. And it's
Yes.
one of the things I tell my fellow men that pay attention to your
They
woman.
get
Pay
oil for
attention to your
head. They
woman.
have
Yeah.
oil. Some women
A
have
lot of
oil in their head.
a lot of women are blessed. They are creative, they are entrepreneurial. Some, especially Nigeria and a lot of African women. Abroad is a land of opportunity. I know a lady here that plant here. This same thing this woman is doing. This late Sarah. That girl, they make more money. In fact, she resigned from her care job
Hmm.
just because every weekend now so women go park motor around her apartment.
Yeah, because people they braid hair. People they
Yeah,
braid hair.
Auntie B. So she's like, and then when she came in also, the husband too was into care. The guy they worked 16, won't kill himself. At a point, the guy have to work with her. They got a very small place, a shop where they started their salon. Now they don't get a bigger salon space where they
You
even rent
see?
pot.
You
That's why I
see?
can't dispute the fact that that lady is making 4,500 a day. I can't dispute it because the way those salon work, they will have is it cubicle, what they call itself? You can see like maybe 12 chairs in the salon, and
Yes.
each of those chairs they will rent it out to another stylist that will work and pay them so they can actually make that much money in a day. So
Yes.
please, my advice is as a woman, if God bless you, whatever you are doing, you are thriving. Maybe you open home care, you are making a lot of money than your husband. Always remember that this is your husband. You
Right.
don't want to be perceived as if you are bigger than him or you are more thriving, you are more successful than him. You
Mhm.
want to always pay attention to that because in Africa, that can trigger a whole lot of things,
So
and
advise your brothers too when you are with someone who earns more, who is more, like for instance, someone like Sarah now who came abroad first before the husband. Let's
yeah,
assume that she was, she was humble, she was caring and everything. How can brothers manage a situation whereby their women are earning more? How do you manage it without feeling like, oh, she's not respecting anymore. She's not respecting me anymore. She's not cooking for me. Why is cooking a problem?
Auntie B, if I talk about that one now, Obodo, people go begin laugh again. Make I not even talk. You guys
Talk,
will say
talk,
I'm a
talk. 1
comedian
year.
again.
You get 2 minutes and 1 end. Oh, yeah, talk.
Okay, Auntie B, that food though na big deal. Oh. Even me, God forbid bad thing. We fit get war if you no cook for house. Oh. You have to cook. I don't care.
You sabi
I'm a
cook?
traditional man. I can cook, but it get level. Okay, if you cook the soup, I can make the garri. You
Okay,
just cook the soup.
if the soup there, you go enter kitchen, go make the garri chop, serve yourself.
What am I doing already? My madam dey cook, put for inside freezer, comot now. She no even dey send me. Even now, my daughter, she go send say, make sure your daddy eat. Oh. So far, she don't cook for. That's not a big deal. As why you cook the soup a day, that's not a big deal
You
at
know
all.
be
Maybe we not
traditional
even
man.
go
Why you
there.
dey call yourself traditional man? Traditional man, all the things where you dey tell us for here, you know if you do, you know never know what. I bet no call yourself traditional man. That thing gets negative connotation for here because people they call themselves traditional men, ta 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 ta, and not be like you.
so,
Mm-mm.
so coming to a man who is married to a woman that is doing better financially. Honestly
Mm.
speaking, any man that married to a woman that is making a real good income and is feeling bad about it, now swear they swear for that kind of man.
Oh my
Honestly,
God.
I'm not saying this to drag my gender, but let's just face reality.
Uh-huh.
If your wife is doing better, if you are a great man, if you are treating your wife better, people won't even know that your wife is the one who is making the whole money.
Exactly. God
It's
bless
on
you.
only when
You
they
see,
start looking at maybe the job you are doing, then they try to Google the pay rate of that job or something. But that's why that if your wife is rich, you are a great man, you nobody go know, Auntie B.
now
I
why
feel
they tell you say you know be
well,
I say you know be traditional man. I bet no call yourself that again. Honestly, you are not because you dey open-minded. Traditional men know they open-minded. I'm sorry. They know they open-minded. But like you rightly said now, who cares? Who cares? See, women, make I tell you the truth because now men I get for studio now, brother Ben. Make I tell you what we need more as a wife and as a woman. Wetin we need more, not be all the money for this world for you to bring. If you bring money, it good. But wetin woman need more, your wife, show and
Mhm,
TLC,
mhm.
love, tenderness, attention, affection. Once you
Yes.
show woman, you show your wife those things, wetin be money? You go drop she go drop the paycheck. You know, he go kneel down give you the paycheck, say abeg take. Because women,
Yes.
we they like that affection and attention. We like them too much. Now, wetin na all these so-called traditional men no understand. Give us love, attention, and affection. Money no be issue. You keep thinking it's money. It's not money. It is
Mhm.
when there is lack of attention, affection, and that love, emotional available, be available emotional. Be
Yes.
emotional, be available emotionally. If you come us and say, how was your Brother Patrick tell us one day, one story where he sweet us. He say his wife na nurse. He go come back. He say, I go rub her feet. I go soak her feet inside water. A man like that, wetin be money? Money not be anything. When
Yeah.
see, I dey tell you as a woman, I dey tell you wetin we need. Now wetin
Yeah.
we need be that. If you
You are
give us
right, Auntie B.
money, not be anything. I'm telling you the truth.
Yes, you are
My
right, Auntie
sisters, you
B.
agree with me? All of them go see comment section. They say bam, 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 bam. Correct, correct.
Uh,
Now love we need
uh,
attention and affection. Be emotional. No come they shout for us. You come back. You know show consideration. Person go come back, come back. You know even tell and say how was your day, baby? Give me hug. Hmm? You say you be
yeah.
picking. Why you need hug? Women need those things. We need them. We need them.
Exactly. In situation like this, my own recommendation has always been that men should try as much as possible to build trust. In this abroad, though, it's you just have to make sure you do everything so your wife can trust you. If your
Mm.
wife trusts you, money won't be problem to you guys, honestly, because that trust is not just ordinary trust from mouth.
Yes.
It's a
Let her
trust
feel
that is
safe.
built based
Yes.
on what you do, your
Yes.
actions, your
Yes.
how transparent you are with her, how you treated her. The kind of trust that even if you have to go out of state for 1 week, 2 weeks, she won't bother. She knows that my husband is not going to mess up. once you can have that level of trust with your wife, forget it. Money no be wahala. Women, there is
I will say,
sometimes when I see some women say, me, if I get money, no man fit collect my money, I go just
na
laugh.
lie,
If
na
you see
lie.
man
You
wey
go
be
collect
say
bujara.
he treat you like an angel,
Oh,
you
story,
say now you
story.
go surrender the money
Not be
yourself.
my
That's
gender.
just
Go
my own
collect
thinking.
1 million naira loan that they go do wedding. Eh? Not be go collect 1 million loan that they do wedding. Now in clear, I take collect them. See, you see, may I tell you something? You hear the story of Casanova? Hmm? The story of Casanova be say the man get plenty women, but the way where they tailor the love, attention, and care to each individual woman, all of them love him. They cannot leave him. There is something about women when I try to teach you, our brothers, because we love una. We know they fight. Now, which I they always talk with that. As a mother of sons myself, I don't fit fight men. I get brothers. Okay? I they tell una say you just need to understand what a woman love. Be there. What a woman love pass for this world? Na affection, attention, and affection. Check
Hmm.
up on her during the day. Find out how she's doing. If she whole face, no let her tell you say problem dey. Notice, pay attention. No dey watch TV or dey look phone so tey you no notice. She wan make you notice, babe, what's wrong? That one alone, her heart don melt. I know wetin dey work for us oh. I understand my gender. Tell her say what's wrong? Oh, did you have a bad day? I'm sorry. Give her a hug. Tell her say don't worry. Tomorrow will be better. Listen to her. Wetin she dey talk fit no make sense o. PK dey talk say sometimes when the wife dey talk, he say in between just dey interject, really? He say if you no pay attention o, but he go just say, oh, imagine. Just dey interject those
Yes,
things.
now he's
To
right.
her, she don get your attention, you get her attention. But if she feel say you no dey lis ten, she go dey vex. Just say,
That,
oh, hey, yeah, sorry. Oh, don't mind them. Don't mind. Make her feel safe. Ola, they always talk
exactly.
about this one. You see how they talk about trust? So the right word is safety. When we feel safe, paycheck, I go give you wujara. I go add money on top. I go add interest. Most women, where they say, I don't forgive man a lie. They never see man when love them enough.
Yes, so yes,
If
so
you
money
see
go
man
come
wey
out
love you
sharp, sharp.
enough, you go give am. Because women, our heart, no hard like that. You
Mm-hmm.
just need to understand. Gra no work. The way to a
And
woman, na in heart. Catch your heart.
yes, so
Once
Auntie
you
B.
catch woman heart, you
Gidigba
don't catch am.
Oshilekun Fole, Gidigba Oshilekun Fole. You have to have the key.
Lie. He go submit, he go say, what else? You want more? He go they give you.
And if I can say one thing, Auntie B, I think men also, in case if you are not really doing too good financially, just show your woman that you are trying, not just by mouth. Let her see that you are out there. You are doing everything to make money. A good woman will understand. But whining and complaining, to me, I don't think that is the solution. Saying now you are making all this money, instead of thinking of how to get out of your financial rat race, you are thinking of how to take over her own money.
And this
Wahala go
house
dey
trust
ni.
things, this house trust things, I beg. Make una dey wash plates. Plate washing no get person name, e no get gender. Now why we need to raise our boys differently. But una one, I don't be people papa already, I beg. Especially if your children they young, wash plates, tidy up. We no get house help. You see why Nigerian men they feel like king. But no, you feel identify with this because you come from Nigeria, so you know
Mhm.
all the help they
Yes.
there. So you no need to do am. But for Bodo Ibo, you know dey. So now you be the help. Now you be the driver. Now you be the chef. Now you be everything. He should leave am for only her. You see all this love and everything why they talk just now. It comes in practice in you being considerate. Like that, say say if I shop finish, man wash my plates. I no need to go drop that plate. They wait for her. Say now you be woman where you go wash my plate. So men, somebody talk for comment section just now. Say lady I say some men are married to TV in Europe. So
Hmm.
you go chop your plate of TV, leave the plate. Pick them up. Why now? Why? You're not good.
But
We
Auntie
know they are.
B, sorry, ma. Hello?
But no, yeah, we dey round up now.
Yeah, Auntie B, I saw a comment earlier since you mentioned this domestic work. I saw a comment earlier by my sister Sisi saying if we are both working, whoever get home first should cook. I quickly wanted to address that. It might not go well with some of our sisters, but you see, all these small, small things goes a long way in relationship.
What's your answer
Please,
to that? If we are both
my
working about cooking,
yes, I'm in the same situation. That's why I wanted to address it, just like
right?
everybody. If you are in abroad and you are married, you are working, your husband is working. But let's call a spade a spade. Get deep freezer.
Right.
Don't expect your husband to come and cook. Let's
Mm,
call it what it is. It might be okay for some men, but it's not okay for some other men. For instance, I can cook, but sometimes na gamble I dey gamble with cooking. Sometimes I cook,
right.
it comes out
Because you
great.
are
Sometimes
not
I
taught.
cook,
Yeah,
even
you
my
are not
children
taught.
won't eat it. They will just
Yeah.
abandon and say, "Daddy, the
You put
daddy
too
cook a
much
mess."
pepper. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you as a woman, you should know that this cooking should be my thing. Now, plan it. I'm just
Yes.
sharing my own experience. If
Yes.
you want to be cooking 1 week soup, stew, whatever you want to cook 1 week ahead, do it, put it in the freezer. If your man is now coming home expecting you to come and warm it in the freezer to come and dish it for him, then that man have issue. But
I agree.
saying whoever
Mm-hmm.
come home first should
Mm-hmm.
cook, my sister, is completely wrong. Oh. If
No,
I
it's
come
not. It's
home,
not
if
wrong.
I make gari,
It's not wrong.
I go even make the gari for the whole family. So far, the
Yes,
soup is there. But if you are expecting me, I'm just saying on my own. I know people might not agree, but I'm just being honest on my own.
I
If you
agree.
are expecting me to come
To
and
cook soup.
cook, make I come
Mm.
cook soup for you. We go get wahala. O. The
First of
fight,
all,
you
wait,
no go
wait
be here.
now.
O.
Ben, wait. First of all, you know sabi cook soup. Let's establish that. Cynthia not be Nigerian, so she know maybe she
Okay.
understand or maybe she not understand. Nigerian soups is not moi moi. Okay? One day I made ayamase, me and my son calculated it. I used 4 hours because I didn't prep. It's no joke. So I see where you are coming from. Okay.
Ah,
So to Cynthia is she's British, but from another African background, right? So to her, she's saying,
okay.
I hear her saying in the comment section that she doesn't like freezer food. If you are in Nigeria, you will like it by force. Okay.
And you live abroad.
Yes, you will. You will like it. Because Nigerian food is not something you cook from scratch like that. It takes hours. So the thing that works for most families is, as a wife, please, is either you cook all the soup and stews, dish them in containers and put them in the freezer, or get somebody to cook them for you and dish them.
Mhm.
Now, when you are both working and you have children, if somebody comes home first, the person that comes home, like you said, can make gari, because the children, are you going to wait for your children to be hungry because their mother has not come back home? Would you not feed your children to go to bed knowing that they have school
Exactly.
tomorrow morning? So if she had already taken the pain of doing all that bulk cooking works. Most Nigerian families, that's what we do, right? Even me, if I can't cook, I get people to cook for me. I dish it in bulk. That is why I will go and take it out of the freezer and make his gari or whatever. He can make that himself. Since I've been married to Daddy, well, I've never seen him cook soup one day. So, Beno, you are right.
Eh,
He
Thank
keep
God.
telling me how he's a great cook. He can cook. My brother, I never see him one day. I never see, and
Ah,
I'm not after they hear all this cook. It's a bit cook all the soup for this world, the afang,
eh,
I never see him. Say he come from
that means
Calabar.
uncle is like me. Oh. I can
And
describe
saying
the whole
people
food
sabi
too.
cook different kind of soup. There are people they sabi cook. They cook shege. You understand? So I say no saying no they cook so. Yeah, I'll just cook the one half it. Put them for freezer. But what I always do is I always make sure that there is food in the fridge and freezer. So that if he
Yeah.
comes, he can warm. There's jollof rice, there's different soups. So whatever he wants to eat, if I'm not home, he can do it. Most times he go do them. Like for instance, now if I dey do show now, he just come. He go check. He go say soup day. I say egusi day. This day. He go just make in garri go chop am.
Simple.
So that
Easy.
works. That works. That works. So as wives, please, I'm encouraging you. Listen to what Brother Ben is saying. Okay, make sure that the main reason is because most of our all these men no sabi cook these things. It's not even because they don't want to. They're not happy. If they cook, and even the children go say, ah, mom, what's this? The pepper is too much.
Exactly.
The salt is too much. So yeah,
Exactly.
just make sure there's
Hmm.
food in the freezer. Make sure you do as much as you can to make sure there's food in the house.
That's
That's
not that
expected.
exactly, man. That's number one thing to Nigerian men. Everybody who is married to Nigerian men should know. Don't let anybody deceive you. If
Most
a Nigerian
Nigerian
man
men of a certain
pretend,
generation cannot cook. They can't.
ah,
They don't know how to cook. They
if
don't
you
know how to
marry
cook.
someone now and he's pretending that okay, it's okay with me because he want to after marriage, the guy go turn out to something else for you. We
And
don't
so
joke
that's
with
why we're
food.
trying to change that now, Beno. We're trying to
Ah,
change it now by teaching our children how to cook, our boys. We're teaching them how to
thank
cook
you.
now. We're teaching them how to cook, but are they still learning the way our girls are learning? My son the other day was telling Mom, can you give me a crash course? And they look and they laugh. All these years, if I tell her, come, if I'm cooking, if you come kitchen, 5 minutes, he don't run. Eh? I know they talk. Now he won't go uni. And he can't see say they talk say if you know sabi cook, him money go cook finish. He said,
Yes.
can you give me a crash course? I say, wow, Titani. Oh, you eat chicken and chips, you go chop and saute, you go grow for your head. You know, consign me and you. You will learn by force. Because I did try to teach them. Okay, I did. But they are not interested in learning. So they will learn the hard way. No wahala. It's up to
Hmm.
learn. YouTube is there if you want to learn how to cook. Go to Sisi Yemi or Jemima. You will learn how to cook egusi. You will learn how to cook
Hmm,
ampa.
hmm,
You will learn how
hmm,
to cook
hmm.
efo. Learn. Go and learn. You
So,
will.
to be somebody say a man that doesn't know how to cook is a red flag. Waiting not gonna be
No.
red flag again. Now everything a red flag. I
No,
don't tire for
Nigerian
this
men.
generation. Everything a red flag. Okay, which time we go come get blue flag? No one for women these days, so
Ben, stop it.
No, now green flag, now green flag.
Oh my God. Any man that doesn't know how to cook, that one is not a red flag. No, 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 no. We are trying to change the narrative. Everybody should learn how to cook. Grow. All the children now learn how to cook. If you don't learn how to cook, all these Gen Z, they go show you. You go know. But if people like you, Beno, we feel excuse you because you grew up for Nigeria. And we know say me having senior brothers and brothers growing up in Nigeria know that when my mother was raising us, my brothers they play football and at their kitchen sit down they watch how she they cook. So I can excuse you, you
yeah,
know, because of the culture where you grew up. So I give you
yeah.
that. Okay.
It's not easy, Auntie B. For instance, I can cook honestly. It's just that I'm from underwater side. I like spicy food. So sometimes when I cook some food there, everybody go abandon them for me. They go say when
No,
they go toilet, the whole place they hot, they can't. So they don't eat it no more. And again, just like you said, I'm also trying to learn. You know, easy. For instance, I'm just learning how to make pancake from my 11 years old daughter now. Because whenever I'm tired of egusi gari rice, and I wanted to follow my children to eat all this Oyinbo food, and they are not at home until younger today. I don't even know how they do all those packets,
yeah,
but now I'm learning. I'm
yeah.
learning to
Some
do it.
men, I mean, some men did learn how to cook when they were growing up. They did learn, but it's not majority. That's a very, very few. There are few and in between, to be honest. If you grew up in Nigeria back in the day, real life happens. Say being a as a man, you have a red flag.
To be make I dey go. Now,
Oh,
now
they
work I dey
know.
make them no go fire me. Now
They,
don't they make
they
me
say you
laugh.
be red flag. You are a red flag now. You be man, so you are just a red flag. So you better go
Now
and
like
learn how to
okay,
cook.
okay then too there be white flag like bro B say white flag everywhere.
Wahala for who no get flag go. Thank you, my brother. Oh my God. Ben, thank you for always making us laugh. Oh God. He said, in don't tire. Everything a red flag. Everything a red. You guys, please leave our brothers alone, no. Ah, Dee said, I'll be scared to cook any food my brothers cook. That's the truth. Most of them didn't learn. They didn't. The truth is that cooking is a skill. And anybody, the best chef in the world are men. It's just about learning it. So what you don't learn, you don't know. So unfortunately, a lot of our brothers didn't learn it, but some did. Okay. It's like me telling daddy what to go and cook soup now. Jesus Christ. Nobody will him alone will eat that soup. I won't touch it because he will put too much pepper in it. He likes pepper like Ben from Ondo Water side. Oh my God, Brother Ben, thank you so much. We appreciate you, my brother. We love you. You always bring humor to the show. Thank you. Man of Prestige, oh yeah, now, let's round up the show. Hey, at 3 hours almost. Jesus.
Oh God.
2 hours more mo fẹ́ ṣe lẹ́nìí o, Ọlọ́run.
Kojo. Yeah. Oh God. That was a conversation. I mean, Shalayi doesn't work. That's what that sister came here to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Just go and rest, take a shower, drink cold water. I don't really have a lesson for anybody who might be grouped into a category with the unfortunate situation of that woman, right? I have lessons for people who might commit this atrocity,
Right.
who might be on the edge, right? That's what we need to be talking about. I don't want to the extreme. We don't have the luxury that we keep trying to claim. Either you're a man or woman, it's the same thing, right? Once a matter of life and death don't enter, right? At that point in time, everybody needs to relax, okay? There's no let's balance the other side with advice. No, there's no need to balance the other side with advice. If you don't want to end up like this gentleman, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you're responsible for taking care of yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? If you don't want to end up like him, be responsible for taking care of yourself.
Right.
Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself responsible for taking care of yourself. It is a privilege that there's another person in your life who is able to take care of you, who is able to reciprocate the love you give to them.
Right.
That is a privilege. That is a good thing. We all want that. But if you find yourself in a situation where it's not happening that way, don't go for the jugular instantly. Don't start saying, like she said, he's been threatening that he's going to delete himself and stuff like that.
Yeah.
At that point in time,
that's some mental issues there.
yes, at that point in time, you need to make sure you're good. You make sure you take care of yourself. Now we can't tell him because it's too late now, right?
Right.
But I can't be dishing advice to women so that you don't become like her. No, that's terrible. That's just terrible. I can't comprehend it. There's another day we can talk about all of that. For today, right now, if you feel like your woman is not respecting you, respect is earned. Now you need to learn that respect is earned. She's lost respect for you. Okay, if you feel like your woman is not submitting to you, you will just end up in unnecessary shalaye with no evidence. She will just argue with you that I don't want to do submission anymore. But that's not the issue. The issue is that she doesn't feel safe, she doesn't feel secure, and not. You just end up, again, God forbid, you might end up with this kind of situation because you'll be resenting yourself. You'll be resenting yourself, and unfortunately, you might end up taking it out on another innocent person. So I think no, I don't want to worry about advice for women today, so that when you come to Japa, make sure. The truth is that it's never enough if you can't take care of yourself. If you're not able to take care of yourself, it's never going to be enough. The only thing that's going to be enough is self-worth, self-respect, self-love, self-confidence, self-improvement. That's the only thing that can ever be enough. If you keep looking for other people to take care of you, you will just collect.
And this includes taking care of your mental health as well.
Yes.
I want us to talk a little bit about that, Ola, before we leave. I think men of a certain age and from a certain generation, when you are above 40 and you are jackpotting for the first time, please, there is a lot of cultural shock that you might not just be able to deal with. So you need to be open to, talking about your mental health and getting help. How do we get men to get help for their mental health issues when they are suffering mentally? That's a really, really big conversation, Ola.
Right. Well, men first of all need to realize that you are a king. You are a king. You don't come down from your throne and start asking people to respect you. That's not how that works. If they see you as a king, they will respect you. That's the way it works. So when it comes down to traveling overseas, you cannot prepare all the way for everything. You don't see what you don't see. If we're traveling all the way from here, I'm in New York area, all the way to California, right? You're not going to see everything all the way through. There might be accidents on the way. What you would do is that when you see one, you are prepared to do detours. You're prepared to handle that crisis. You're prepared to slow down. You can only see certain types or a certain number of miles ahead of you. We respect everything else when it comes to that. It's only marriage where we're asking to know everything up front. I don't know why
Right.
people do that. So
Right.
so again, you can learn as much as you can, but you need to be prepared to actually handle crisis. Well, you need to be prepared that you need to just know it as a fact of life that there will be crisis, there will be conflict, there will be issues. It's inevitable. So when that happens, you don't add to the problem. You just say, okay, this is an opportunity to solve a problem. Problems are a good thing. Don't give your problems away to other people to solve for you by running around crying like a bitch. Don't do that to yourself. If your woman is not doing what's supposed to do, somebody is not doing what they're supposed to do, it's an opportunity to solve a problem. You can even solve the problem and then sell it to the rest of sell the solution to the rest of the world. Look at it as an opportunity. But everybody wants to point fingers as usual. Right? Including when somebody has lost their life. How dare you? You don't
Say
get to
somebody
point
wants
fingers.
to come in. Somebody wants to come in. Jollof braiding. Okay, the link is in the comment section. Jollof braiding. Can you come in quickly? We're just about to end. We've been here for almost 3 hours. I shared the link in the comment section. If you see where it says Obodoyibo TV, that's the link. Please jump in and quickly come in to share what you need to tell us. It's in the comment section. Jollof braiding. I'm referring to you. Bio said that you want to come in. So please come in quickly. Thank you, Fast Tolly, for the super chat. She said, for light refreshment, teaching critical thinking skills. I appreciate that. God bless you. Thank you so much. Jollof Braden, are you there? Please use the link to come in into the comments, into the studio and say something. So while we're waiting for Jollof Braden, is it Jollof Braden?
No, not just jollof.
It's Jollof.
No,
We're just
Allah.
talking about Jollof. Ben was just talking about food and why he doesn't play with his food just now. Oh my God.
Speaking of jollof, I think I'm
Oh,
craving for jollof now suddenly.
you're crazy. I have plenty Jollof in my freezer, honestly, in my fridge. So much Jollof in the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Jollof is not coming. All right. So if you don't
Yeah.
come, we're going to end. Yeah.
Yeah, to be, I get it that everybody like naturally we want to just point fingers, we want to find something to hold accountable. But before we get to that, let's first of all do self, before we get to that. But yeah, Man of Prestige. Okay,
Thank
find
you.
me anywhere. Man of Prestige.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
You, Ola. Thank
All
you
right.
so much. All
All right.
right. Take
Bye.
care. Yeah. Man of Prestige, please. He's on YouTube. Find him. Find him on YouTube. He's everywhere. He's like MTN. He's on YouTube. He's on Facebook. He's on TikTok. He's on Instagram. Yeah. Always teaching us a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, Jollof Braden is here. Hi, Jollof. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? This is my
I'm good,
first time.
thank you. Where are you joining us from?
This is my first time of calling him. I'm from
Yes.
USA. I'm
All
calling
right.
from USA.
Right.
Yeah. This issue when I saw it on Facebook, the issue that you are discussing about is something that is happening in my family right now. But a lot of people don't understand what is happening. And
Right.
they keep blaming me for what I don't actually do. The thing I notice is women don't really want to.
Hello? Jollof, are you there? We can't hear you anymore. You say it's happening in your family right
Happened
now.
in 2019 that my husband was earning like 38,000, less than $40,000 a year, and is spending more than $20,000 home every year.
Your husband is earning less than 40,000 and sending half of that to Nigeria to his family.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Right.
So then, and I see that we are not getting forward. We are not doing anything. And then I'm like, I have to work like 2 times to make money. And then my son was little then. We are living in an apartment. I see that he's not happy and other stuff. I'm like, okay, let's move to a house so that my son can play and other stuff, my kids. So I started working, I started making money, and then my husband started getting mad that I'm making money, and then I'm not hiding the money from him. We are sharing the bills 50-50, everything 50-50. And he will not tell people that we are sharing the bills 50-50. It's not that he's not making the money. He's making the money, but where he's putting his money is what is not making sense.
So, do you know this couple that we're talking about, or you just want to talk about your own experience of going through the same issue?
I just want to talk about my own experience because people are blaming blaming women that women don't want to share their money with their husband. Women feel proud. In my
Right,
own case, that's what my husband is telling people, but that's not the case
right.
because what happened then when he said that I started making money, he want me to even be paying the bills more. It's not that he's not making money. We are like making the money, or like we are making the money the same, almost the same.
Right.
And then he got a good job. When he got a good job in 2021, I paying job that is paying him multiplied by 3 of what is earning. My
Does
husband,
it tell you before sending the money to Nigeria? Does it
he
discuss
doesn't.
with you?
He doesn't discuss. That's where the problem is. He doesn't discuss. He spend his money anyhow, and then he want me to take all the responsibility 100%. And people outside say, oh, she worked too much. She liked money. She did this. But they know that my husband is making a lot of money right now. But people don't understand that if I don't work, I'm not going to eat. I'm not enjoying him. I'm not seeing any penny. I have to work to do everything I have to achieve.
So who is looking after your children in all this?
Oh, because he knows that the children, I'm not gonna lie, we both pay for the child care for the children and all those stuff.
Are you a nurse?
No, I'm not a nurse. I braid.
You braid hair too?
Yes, I braid hair.
Right. Okay.
So, but because I braid hair, like the way you said, outsource cooking. I outsource cooking. My husband will be telling people that, oh, she doesn't cook. She only face work. She only works. She doesn't take care of the family. She doesn't. There's no way to this issue of family. I'm even tired at times. Like, oh my
Is there
God.
any DV in your marriage?
Is there any what?
Any DV in your marriage?
Easy. What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
Domestic violence. That's what DV
Oh,
is.
no. There's no domestic violence. There's
Okay.
no domestic violence. It's just
Okay.
that the family too is one of the biggest problems because it's what they tell him that he has to. They feel like me coming to America, I should also join hands in sending money to them with him.
Did you bring your husband brought you to the US?
Yeah, he fight for me. He brought me to America. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the family feel like they help me. That who am I? I should take whatever it is, even if the family is not moving forward.
Okay. So what I will advise you is that you need to go get some counseling. All right. Because this is how it starts. Money issues are already started. They brought you from Niger. They filed for you. Now you are doing 50-50 and there's problems. That's how it starts. Go and get some counseling. All right. Register and get counseling. You can speak to Pastor Shola or PK, Pastor Kingsley. Go and get counseling so that they can talk to your husband. Because at this stage, you can still mitigate issues before they escalate. All right. You can still get things resolved now. All what I see that is lacking from the little you've told us is that you are not working together. You're working against each other. Somebody is working and sending money. You are working and you are doing 50-50 and all that. You're not working together. It's like, I don't know. But get some counseling and try and resolve things because it doesn't need to end in divorce as long as there's no DV. That's my own. Most things can be worked out when there is no DV. What you need to do is not family members that will help you. It's not his family member. It's not your own. You need a neutral person. And that is the work of a counselor. Okay? If he doesn't want to go, you start the counseling. The counselor will bring him in. Okay? So that you can resolve your issues because of your children. Nip it in the bud now. Okay? Jollof breathing. That's my advice to you. May God help you. May God see you through. It is well in Jesus' name. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm ending now. Yeah, people who think that I'm always here to break up marriages, you can see I'm not breaking up any marriage. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Usually it's breaking communication and lack of understanding that causes this thing. I believe that you should be able to communicate if there's some issues around finances. You came from Nigeria, you are braiding hair, your husband is doing well. Work together, talk to one another. Okay? If your husband wants to send money home, you are not going to stop him as long as he's fulfilling his obligation to the family. So you just need to come to a drawing board where you can communicate. Okay? There's breakdown in communication and you need to fix that. Fix it now before it escalates you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Please give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I'm still here and we are still talking about the issues. We learn from other people's painful experiences. It's unfortunate that Sarah is gone, but we are learning. Okay? We are learning because we want to be better. We don't want these stories anymore. I pray that her soul will rest in peace. And the Lord will comfort the family, both Hassan's family and Sarah's family. They are all grieving at the moment. Okay? Kayode said, I heard that from a friend that you like breakups. Yeah, no, it's not true, Kayode. Don't believe them. Yeah, I don't like breakup. I like families. What I don't like is DV. That's why I asked her that question. Is there DV? What I don't like is DV. I don't like breakups. DV, I have a problem with DV. So, Kayode, ọ̀pọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ mi ni o. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa purọ́ mọ́ wọn. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń purọ́ mọ́ mi níta. Mo kì í ṣépè, mi dẹ̀ kì í bọ́ àwọn èèyàn. But the Lord will bring them to a place of understanding. What I don't like is DV. Because DV, you can see now that Sarah is gone. I don't like that. That's what I don't like. I believe that the covenant of life is more important than the marriage. So if your life is at risk, then you need to step out to safeguard yourself. Okay? All right. Thank you. Eshe Goni. People will continue to say, when you are in a public space, you can't control the narrative. People will say what they want to say. They will carry stories around you and all that. Yeah. Empress, what do you want me to say about Rita Ogu? What else? We've addressed it already. They said she was not the author. She posted it and edited it. What else do you want me to say about that? I think that has been discussed already. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Where is the Rita? Is she here? Somebody is saying that Rita is here. I'm not taking any more call. Yeah. The story is flying on WhatsApp. If you want to go and address it, go to all the WhatsApp group. No, I'm not taking any more calls. I'm tired. Okay, I need to call it a day. We've done 3 hours already. Rita, if you are not the origin of that WhatsApp, you should know that your name is on it. It's flying around social media. It says that it was edited by Rita. So I don't know what happened. Somebody came who is a fan of yours and said that you are not the originator, but you only edited it. Unfortunately, somebody has copied that story and it's flying around social media now. Okay? But somebody already came and explained it to us. They say you are not the author. So I don't know how you can control the narrative, but it's out there. But we now understand from somebody who called us earlier on in the show that you are not the originator. I don't know how your name got put into it, but they say you are not the originator. So I get that. Okay? Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do because they've already reposted it. It's everywhere. Everywhere. So do you know what? It doesn't matter. My name is still trending and my face is still trending as Samuel Boso's side chick, even though I have my husband. It doesn't matter. It's social media. There's nothing you can do about it. It comes with the territory. Once you're a social media person, you're an influencer, there's nothing you can do. So it's all right. That's all right, Rita. I can hear you. You say you edited it because Rita said I edited it because the English and blame was upon the woman and I had to change it. People just called me. I didn't do it. It's not me that you have a quarrel with, Rita. Okay? Do you know I was actually reading it from Facebook? Yes. Somebody sent it to me on WhatsApp on Facebook. So don't come here and be ranting and raving. Go to Facebook and all the WhatsApp group, all right? I've explained myself and I don't need to say more. Ireo. Okay? All right. Good luck to you, my dear. All right? Welcome to social media. That is it. You have to take the good with the bad. All right, my people. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Rita is cussing and raving in the comment section. Rita, I don't want to block you. We don't do that here. This is not Facebook, okay? If you want to do that, do it on Facebook. Don't do it here. All right. I'm not on Facebook for a reason. And you see why I'm not on Facebook is because of this copy and paste. That's why. So you can't hold me accountable or hold anybody responsible. Don't do that here. You are apologizing. I apologize for the word thunder. Okay. Your apology is accepted. Don't come here and rave. Okay? The thing is on all WhatsApp and Facebook pages. They are putting your name there. So it's not my fault. I was verbatim reading it from a Facebook post. All right. Okay. Ireo, good luck to you. So, yeah. Bio said, Rita, please reach out to a good IT expert to help you follow the site. Not today. They will charge her. Just leave it. Just leave it. As long as your heart is clear, your hands are clear. It doesn't matter. Leave it. It doesn't matter. Maybe what you should do because you have a platform is go to Facebook, and just issue a statement. Okay, that's what I did when they were putting my picture everywhere on the Samuel Kosu situation. I made a video and said I'm not African doll. Some people will still not hear it. It is what it is. Okay, you just take it and you move on. That's social media for you. Welcome to social media. Okay. Right. Thank you everybody for watching. Somebody say, Ati say, Rita, relax. You go explain tire. If you're a social media person, it comes with the territory. Absolutely, it does. You can be misunderstood. Just issue a statement on your Facebook. I don't know how you normally do your post. If you do your content by video or by posting, just say it's come to your attention that your name is being linked to that statement, that somebody did a copy and paste, that you are not the originator, and leave it. Okay? Yes, that's it. That's all. There's nothing you can do about it now because it's gone viral, unfortunately. Yeah. Our people just take everything they see on face value. If you watch this video from the beginning, that's what I started talking about. People not questioning things. They don't question anything. Whatever you write, I can sit down now and write story. And once I share it on Facebook, on whatever WhatsApp, people run with it. It's sad, but that's the reality of modern world. That's the reality of social media. Ireo, God be with you, my sister, and God be with you all over the farm. Give us a thumbs up if you still want to leverage your income. You want to start your online business that is completely legitimate. Don't forget, check out Bridget Ekpo, www.bridgetekpo, to start your own online business. It is flexible. It's not time consuming. You don't need to be an IT consultant or be an IT expert. And please put your name and your email on bridgetekpo.club and learn more about starting your own online business. Okay? For those of you who've already put your name and your email, please follow up by watching the webinar. There's a short webinar. Just watch it and then make a decision if the business is for you. If you decide, then there's a fee of $149 that you need to pay, and then you book your coaching session with our coach. We have a coach. Her name is Oluwaseyi. She will put you through everything you need to know about the business. Just go to www.bridgetekpo.com, put your email address there, and learn more about this online business. We are talking about leveraging our income, maximizing the opportunities we have in the diaspora, and not relying on 9 to 5. Okay, it is well with you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, and may God bless you. I will see you in my next one. Have a good evening. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ati. Thank you so much. God bless you, Ati. Taiwo, Eshegoni. Thank you. Eshegoni. Chidimma. You know I love you. I love you. Tipe tipe. Oshe Goni. Thank you. God bless you. Bye guys.